make your event a big deal.
The King Within Men's Expo. Style Lounge Boutique and Love for Moms presents the King Within Men's Expo. That's the King Weekend Men's Expo. Happening Sunday, June 25th. All day brunch and dinner. Massages, beers, a day of pampering and celebrating dads. It's going to be a great day. 2 sessions, 1 fee. Stay all day, leave and come back, or just have lots of fun and lots of food. It's all happening Sunday, June 25th, 12 noon to 4 p.m., also 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's all happening at Event Space at the Co-op, 1734 Maryland Avenue, Baltimore. Tickets just $45. It's a day for the Kings, the King Within Men's Expo. You gotta be there. You can pick up your tickets from Boutique or text 443-653-9271. That's 443-653-9271. Or you can text 443-248-8879. 443-248-8879. The King Within Men's Expo. All day, Sunday, June 25th.
The all-new WMEG Radio.
My next guest is the man that's going to put together some grooves that'll make you want to move. Put your hands together for Mr. King.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to King Brodie. Welcome to Birdland. This is my kingdom. I got my knight on the sound table. I'm going to say his name anyway. His name is Sir Roc, better known as DJ Roc Nyce. Give it up, Roc. How you feeling today, sir? How you feeling?
Troy? Troy.
I'm listening. How you feeling?
Troy. To make a truce, Troy. Listen. That's the one day of the week. And I'm going to answer your question.
Mm-hmm.
But Tuesday should be the one day of the week that you and I can unify.
Why just Tuesday? What's Tuesday? Because we here?
Yes.
Okay. That's you.
Do all the rest of those days, and I'm prepared for war. But I thought me and you were on the same side of the fence. So it's me and you against the Johnsons. You feel like you and the Johnsons. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. So can we have a truce, and we're gonna commit to being unified on Tuesdays?
We're gonna be unified.
I'm feeling good, Troy.
But what made you say? What made you think? What did I do to make you think we wasn't unified?
Troy, you got a trick bag. For loyal listeners to us, right? For those that have been loyal listeners to us,
shout out to Vincent Williams.
Hey, well, shout out. What's up, Vincent? These are loyal listeners to the show. They remember Medea Gate, right? And if y'all look at everything that Troy is doing, that only supports what I said back then during the Medea Gate. when you had all your little editing tools going on, and y'all tried to make it seem like I called that young lady Medea.
You did.
Listen, Troy, we're not gonna throw it again.
You brought it up. You did.
I'm just saying that you're very, very tech savvy, and the more practice you get at humiliating me, it just makes your skills that much better.
No, sometimes it's just funny, man. It's just funny. But it's all true. Like, for example, before we get into everything, because we definitely want to talk about our Orioles sitting up there in second place, just coming off a nice little series win over the Giants, and we got got some Ravens stuff to talk about. But before we go there,
hold on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Gotta give a shout out to two people real quick. They just had some birthdays roll by. One is who just doing. About to give a shout out to Bob. His birthday was Friday. Wait a minute, Bob. You know what I did, Bob? I actually look. Tell me if you approve. I actually had a little picture of you set aside so people can know who Bob is. Bob looking like that bouncer you don't want to mess with. You see him in that picture?
I see him.
He got that bouncer look. Definitely. Only for a few got to head out. Okay, that's why we wanted to just hope you had a great lead into your new year, man. But I'm definitely a fan of Bob. Yeah, that's a good idea. We can't people, Bob. You could do that. Roadhouse. He said Road. Roadhouse. Is that a picture from Roadhouse where you audition him? That's what's that? Patrick Swayze? No, was that Roadhouse?
Yes.
I can see that.
You get too much time on your hands.
I can see it. I'm just saying. I just say, look, I told him to send a picture. If Wink, I got a picture that Wink sent me too. And it's funny. Wink, Yale, Bob actually didn't send me that, but I was like, I got a good picture of Bob. He would have sent one. And the Gangster Assassin, they all sent pictures in, man. So
we're not mentioning her for 2 weeks.
It's my girl. That's my girl, Nicole.
She called me and said to me, "You and Troy gonna stop calling me the Gangster Assassin."
That's Yale started that. The fear of Yale.
Then he started calling her Luca Brasi.
Yeah. So Nicole just popped on just in time, Nicole. And I gotta give a shout out to another guy who had a birthday. Oh. Shout out to Jazz, where you were doing the DJ work and handling your business.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Jazz.
Yeah, I need to tag him in that picture. And
Jazz is smart.
Oh yeah.
You know, Jazz had a really, really nice spread.
Yes.
His menu was really nice, right?
Yes.
But he did it in black man style. Put all of the food out, and after everybody full, then you put the steaks on the grill.
Is he planned that or not? I think he wanted them out earlier than what it was. That might have been the dude. Wait, you know what? Can I find? There's too much stuff on here. I can't find it. You lucky.
Yeah.
The ribs was nice.
The ribs was nice, and the steak was nice. And thank you for giving me your piece.
Now I got one complaint. Oh wait a minute. I'm hoping to catch up with everyone on the 10th. You'll be in West Virginia. Bob saying he'll be in West Virginia in the morning on a nice project. I want to ask you about that project too, Bob. So yeah, we will see you on the 10th, and we'll talk about that in a second too, because that's the Polak Johnny moment where we definitely want to put Roc to work. Definitely, because with Roc, his special set of skills, and not just the DJ part. But his special set of skills on the as you're DJing and doing things, we already know that you can, when you mix, it's a whole different thing that you do, y'all. So he can actually mix and do this all at the same time. So Roc keeps his hands full. Look, I had a dude eating ribs, and I'm mad that it didn't upload in time. But I just want to let y'all know that's Roc at work.
How did we get duped into this, man? Whole idea was it yours or Johnny's?
It was yours. It was yours. I mean, it's a bunch of laughter coming up on there. Yeah. But look, okay, one criticism over Roc's DJing ability, and you can verify this. I need Roc. There's certain times where you need to play the whole song. It's just certain times you need to play the whole song. And I'm gonna give you one prime example. We're sitting there, me and Nicole sitting there, and Rock. If anybody knows Friends by Houdini, he had the audacity to start that song off. Everybody said, no, you know exactly what that is. If you was around in the 80s, you know exactly what that is. And we're all sitting there going, Friends. But nah, Rock decided that he gonna cut it. And you know what you played after that? Achy Breaky or
Play
something?
Michael Jackson.
I don't know what it was, man. But I'm
Heartbeat
sitting
on
there
top.
going, Bob says he's been practicing the Baltimore City Heimlich. Roll stop. That's how little oh man. But so Rock seemed to get into his own zone because at the beginning you just playing stuff straight through. People was reminiscing, thinking about their proms and whatever they was doing in the 60s, 70s. You had them covered. Jazz was turning 60, so he had the music down, and there was a lot of people older. Of course, he had uncles and stuff there, so you was covering stuff. But when you started bringing it up for as people got younger, you started getting. It was like you was getting paid by the song. Like not you was like, I'm getting as many songs as I can. So we had this one little girl who decided I'm gonna talk to this DJ. I'm gonna get her to play my song. Look, the picture I'm just sitting here waiting. And so she not only made a request, but she gonna keep an eye on him and she's like, no, I want you to find my song. Put the song. You remember?
Lil Uzi Vert.
She look, if y'all look, she said, find my song. I want you to play the whole thing. I don't want you cutting nothing up. It's like my favorite picture. And you can't say it's not you. You got your name on the shirt. The same legs from the from wait a minute, let me see. Can I mix your see something here? Can I mix the rock socks, the Beetlejuice? Let me wait a minute, let me see something here. Hey, Quake.
Troy, it's Tuesday.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I can move that over. Hold on. I'm experimenting while y'all here. Wait a minute. Can I blend?
Troy, it's Tuesday.
It's on. I can't quite get it. Hold on. Wait. Let me move that over a little more. Excuse me. We together. We are together. What? I can't quite get it in there. Can't quite get it in. Anyway, Tuesday, man. So I'm gonna leave that there, though. You know what was going on, though. But
she was a cutie, though.
She's a cute girl, man.
And we got to the basketball court so she could dance to the song.
She got in. I guess her cousin or sister or somebody was dancing with her, man. You did a good job, man.
Thank you.
And everybody did great. You definitely got your food's worth. I mean, you definitely had a good time. So, with that in mind, a week from that day, we're going out to this Pollock Johnny's opening in the Dundalk area, and there's 8 contestants. I saw Pollock Johnny's posted today.
Again, how did I get duped into this?
Dude, man, you couldn't wait. It was involving food. You was down. You didn't even read the fine print.
Who idea was this, Troy?
Yours.
Be my idea.
It was all yours. It was all yours. So Saturday we got a full day. So Saturday, and look, I'm hanging with Rock. It's another weekend. My weekends hanging with Rock. It tells you a lot about my life too. But
you just want to get footage.
And to Nicole for that picture. Nicole hooked that picture up. I'm gonna try to Photoshop that in there and get you with the socks on, or at least just put the socks on. I can leave that picture and add the socks to you. But this is all you need is a black Sharpie. I seen better legs on a walker. Yo, man, get the laugh track.
I know the track.
Wait a minute. Get the laugh track. Come on, Bob.
I have a laugh track.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Wait a minute. I must have something. I must have something.
Track.
Wait a minute, Bob. I'm gonna find something for that one, sir. Wait a minute. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Troy, it's Tuesday.
Let me read it one more time. All you need is a black Sharpie. I've seen better legs on a walker. There we go. I got the crowd laughing on that. We'll go with that one.
You want today Tuesdays.
I got a lot of time on my hands. You're right. Anyway, from there, from doing Pollock Johnny's, that starts at 12, y'all. We will follow the page. We'll share the address. If you have it, Bob, I don't know why I don't have it every time I come in here, but I'll make sure I share, and share it because that's you're looking at Baltimore history for this Pollock Johnny store, the restaurant, and I took a visit up there. So they're gonna have the boardwalk fries. Definitely gonna have the Pollock Johnnies. They're gonna have the iced tea, they're gonna have the iced tea, the sauce. Oh, they got the sauce, bro. The work sauce. You looking forward to that?
Troy, I'm not talking to you for 15 minutes.
Oh, well then wait a minute. I just want to make sure y'all heard him say he ain't gonna talk to me, right?
Treating, man.
Nothing.
Treating.
You see, I thought you said you weren't gonna talk to me for 15 minutes. Anyway, Bob said there's a 4:00 O's game. Oh, that's a day. So that's a catcher, Rutschman. You didn't see that.
No.
So anyway, once we leave from there, and the main thing that I'm excited about, there's gonna be DJ Rampage, gonna be Heavy Soul, there's gonna be a band there, there's gonna be vendors there, but I'm looking forward to the Pollock Johnny Eating Contest. That's what I'm looking for, man, and I can't wait. So I'm gonna we'll reach out and hopefully that won't start before 12:30, but that's what I'm looking for. Y'all gonna see DJ Roc Nyce go to work now. In order, I know that it might be different because he's not actually DJing. So I'm gonna have to tell Rampage that you touch the turntable. That'll probably get your appetite rolling. If you start slowing down and be like, look, let him touch the headphones or something. You think that'll work? Anyway, from there, we roll into the club. Is that correct?
Yes.
From 6 to 10? Tell us a little bit about that, bro. Unless you want me to do all the talking.
Yeah, because I'm not talking for 15 minutes.
You can talk to me. Oh, I got that. It's going to be at 1101 Fillmore Street. Tickets are $30.
Gemini Jazz in June.
Gemini, I'm going to tell you.
Jazz in June.
Geminis are crazy.
Bipolar.
Geminis are crazy.
They bipolar.
So I'm definitely going to have my phone out for them. I can't imagine if there's a Gemini Karen. I can't imagine that. But anyway, Gemini Jazz, tell me more, man. What you going to be doing there?
I'm going to get that 1-2 on, man. We're definitely going to be celebrating June birthdays, man. We're going to have us a good time. We have a special performance by the Vintage Band. If you ever had an opportunity to see the Vintage Band, you're in for a treat, man. Come on out, party with them. We also have another special guest. A young lady's going to be opening up for the Vintage Band. Her name is Jay. I don't want to mess up her last name, so we're just going to leave it at that. But she is something special. Just come on out, man. Like Troy said, tickets are just $30. 6 to 10 p.m. It's going to be on Fillmore Street at the Orion Club, man. Come hang with your boy.
It is, and let me tell y'all, I saw the Vintage Band for the first time a couple weeks ago, man. Love them.
What part you love?
Well, first of all,
they got a really good DJ that performs with them, man. I was impressed with him, man.
I question the DJ. I question him. He's what I find him to be that Gemini type DJ. That particular day, he was focused. He was paying attention. He wasn't eating food. He didn't disappear. But I've seen him with other bands where the dude was just weird and nobody knew where he was. It was dead silence. I've seen him act up. Now maybe he was eating something. I don't know.
If you're referring to that time that he was with Marquis Soul, he was trying to keep the crowd calm so they wouldn't beat up the bass player.
I'm not even gonna say where I saw him. I'm not gonna say who was with because I don't want to take away from the quality of the band that was there because that band was awesome. That band was awesome.
The Vintage Band?
No, you were good with the Vintage Band. You were good with them. But the other band, and it was like one of them Grammy nominated bands, man. They just did.
Vintage Band did?
Nah. Vintage Band was great. But they wasn't quite. No, in all seriousness, let me tell you, the Vintage Band, what I liked about them, I like, of course, Mr. Magwood. Am I saying his name right?
Yes, Ralph Magwood.
Right. I like his. He's extremely friendly, talking to the crowd. You know what I mean? It's like he's fun. You know what I mean? So I like his stuff. There's some and yes, because I'm in a band, so I don't want it to sound like I'm coming from a hater perspective, because I give credit to everybody. You know what I mean? But
Except the DJ.
We talking about bands right now. Stay focused. Stay focused. We talking about bands. And we all gonna get to the music real quick. Thank you, Bob, for the Polak Johnny comment. Polak Johnny will be at 7216 North Point Road in Sparrows Point. I am going to have a good time, and I will make sure I record it, but y'all need to see it live. But back to, I've seen bands, local bands, that are well known around here. I'll put it that way. And I remember seeing this band. Tell you where I saw him. It wasn't even here. I was at Charlestown in West Virginia, right? Casino.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude came out. The lead singer came out, and the band's playing. Like they kind of soft like us. They were doing an instrumental first. Then he comes out. They play something. And he walks out, a la like Luther or something like that. You know what I mean? So when he came out and the band was playing, and he came out pointing like, picture music play. He just pointing at people like he know all these people. The way he did it, it just looked so.
And it alienated him.
For me, I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's just pointing like he's like everybody knows who he is. It came across arrogant and fake at the same time. When he got started, so I'm expecting he probably can kill. You know what I mean?
Bring it.
Nah, so this was okay.
Okay.
But it was just it was very. I don't have a problem with theatrics, but it was just shit. Wink done popped on there, man.
Prankster.
What's up, Wink? But Mr. Magwood was very likable, and being in a band, I'm always, and I can tell when I'm playing and somebody's in a band. It's the way they look at you. It's a different look than people.
They're critiquing you.
Yes. Yes.
They're not looking to embrace you. They're critiquing you.
Right. And you can't help it. When I'm watching other bands, I'm watching the bass player. I find most bass players that I see, most of them are very good, and a lot of them will play. They might not even play the same style that I do, and I find that because I don't read music anymore, so I play everything by ear. Mm-hmm. And I know my notes on the bass, but I don't read, and a lot of them. So I give credit to the ones that can read, because that makes you better. It makes you better. And goodness, if you're playing, you off the chain. So I give credit. So I'm always more critiquing if they're playing the way the song actually goes. That's what I'm looking for. Because these players, you have to be terrible. I've seen some terrible ones. I shouldn't say that. But it's rare that you see terrible bass players. You can find people that don't sing as well. More common.
To find a bad bass player?
Yeah, because it just makes sing something that's not really. If it's a song you love, who's your favorite male singer? Somebody you like a lot. I don't have to necessarily be your favorite, but somebody you really like.
Maxwell.
Okay, Maxwell. Okay, we play Maxwell, but it's a woman singing. So your expectations are it's a woman, right? But if you heard a guy singing and he starts singing Ascension, and you know how that the beginning of it, you hear that and it's off, you're gonna be mad the rest of the song, right? Because
you're gonna tune it out.
Yeah. So
that one ain't for you, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I do have a picture of Wink. Wink, real quick, giving everybody a chance to log in here before we get started. Let me let the crowd know, because we were at Jazz's party, man, and somebody asked me about you.
About Wink, yeah, they did.
He said, "Who's that guy?" Man, so he is listening. I explained to him that you are. I gave him your Patriots fan. But I got your picture in there, Wink. Wink, you look crazy in this picture, like you about to yell at somebody, man. No, actually, I like the picture. So I'm making sure you see it. So I did you justice. See, now, Devon Brooks might get a different picture. Anyway, I ain't going there, man.
It's put my whole government out.
It's too. It's because I was mad at you, so I'm gonna say that for the gangster. Never mind. Anyway, bro, Wig says he's a sexy beast. Did you see that?
Yeah, I see that.
Did you see that? Well, y'all. So just letting y'all know, this weekend, man, come check out DJ Roc Nyce in the Polak Johnny contest with 6 other contestants. I can't wait. About to find out the time for that. I will post that. And again,
can you Tanya Hardin at least 2 of them?
Huh?
Can you Tanya Hardin at least 2 of them?
Tanya Hardin.
At least 2 of them.
With them in the stomach or something, because
no, if you catch them right, they won't even be able to come on the stage.
Right. You can lay down and keep eating. So we not even look. But we'll figure something out.
I just need you to turn. Listen, I just asked you to Tanya Hardin. That's all I asked you to do.
All right, I'm gonna say it depends. Shelly, I gotta see how the setup is. Shelly, you can send me a picture too. Send me a picture so we can post, because we mentioned you a lot too, if you like. And then
we can do a pull like Johnny Gate, and you get the list of contestants. Tell Johnny you want to do an interview with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you need their phone numbers to contact them, and you send all of them a mass text and tell them that the eating contest won't start until 2:30.
Yeah.
We need all contestants
there, leave, man.
Yeah, we need to send them a message on Facebook. Tell we need all contestants there at 2:15. The contest will start promptly at 2:30. Yes.
Oh man. All right, y'all. Let's get into this Orioles thing real quick. Pull like Johnny Gate to hell. Oh, the Queen done popped on.
I saw.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Queen.
I'm not talking to the Queen.
You're not talking to? I'm talking to you, Queen.
I feel like I've been brutally harassed, and I feel like my life is potentially in danger.
She's talking about let's move on to sports. Let me get a Queen hello view. All right, we back. Oh, I wasn't supposed to be on camera for that. Let's move on to sports. So Queen was
eating.
No. Oh my goodness, Mike Andrews. I'm afraid. Mike Andrews, who gets hardly any sleep. We're not even gonna talk. Mike says he doesn't watch. He happened to watch when we had some Yankee fans on. He's like, I ain't watching no more. When we had Rosie and my boy Nottingham on here.
That should be the time we should be watching. Them Yankees getting their head bust open.
They right behind us, but at least they're behind. They're in 3rd place now. But
they still so they 2nd from last in our division, right?
Yeah, we're gonna block Mike from being able to leave messages. What's Catonsville in the house? And Mike from who like on that? People from Columbia. All right, let's get into this Oreo stuff real quick, man. O's, and I'm mad. I don't have any of my paperwork, so we just gonna fly.
Had to make you leave softball yesterday?
No, I had to leave. Had to leave because look, I had to pick the Queen up. Wasn't being late for picking the Queen up.
You need to get your priorities straight.
Hey, you heard that, Queen? He's saying you ain't priority. I'm not saying that. And Mike will be looking for some mac and cheese. So you gonna be in trouble, Mr. Andrews. Anyway, so the Orioles rolling in 2nd.
Yes.
They are tonight. They were off yesterday. It just came off beating up on the Giants. And one thing I will say, the WMEG softball game.
No, WMEG don't have an official softball team. But keep going.
We could put one together. We had to get some ringers though. But
yeah, to replace you.
One thing I will say, one thing about Baltimore teams, man, 9th inning, 4th quarter, you just can't get comfortable. You know what I mean?
Right.
So at least with the last game against the Giants, Orioles jumped out in the lead, got 6 runs in 1 inning. They won by 5. That was finally a relaxing, stress-free 9th inning. You know what I mean? Where it's like everybody's playing well. You felt like they were going to win that game. You know what I mean? But it's always in the 9th inning. Even if the game that they won, it was 3-2. Man, you just have to. Mike's talking about that mac and cheese. You see that one. You always have to worry at the end. You can't even get comfortable. You know what I mean? Even though they're still winning, but you still got to pay attention. You know what I mean? You see Batista, which I love, Might put somebody on base. Now we got the winning runs on base. Then all of a sudden he starts striking people out. You know what I mean? So last game was relaxing. Today they are going into Milwaukee. And they're playing against the Brewers. I think the Brewers were in first place. I think they just dropped down to second place, but they're a decent team. They're over 500. But they it's like I don't know how they're over 500, but they have a -1 in the run differential. Got to quit killing the bullpen. I'm impressed, Mike. Mike says we got to quit killing the bullpen. I agree. If we'll have pitching, if we're winning, just let them pitch. Don't pull somebody. If he's got 80 pitches, let him keep pitching. You know what I mean? Save the bullpen. I'm with you on that, man. Oh, Mike's all in the minor leagues. Get what? Mike, let me ask you a question. Do you still want Machado to get traded? I mean, not Machado, Mateo. Machado's bingo. I'm just curious about that. He was up for trade Mateo, man, and that's where I'm like, I had to leave Mike alone on that one. I know you need some rest, Mike, so I'm gonna give you a second to answer that. But Mateo is still my favorite player. But why does Hyde want to use 7 pitchers a night? He uses too many pitchers, and it's not necessary. And then when you need them to be sharp, you know what I mean? There's times when you need the pitching.
Is his goal to keep their pitch count down? Because it's still early in the season. We ain't got to the midway point yet.
But the bullpen is like the key. If we get a lead, you need to be able to lock that lead down. And if somebody says, if you just keep throwing everybody in, you know what I mean, unnecessarily, I mean, you got to rest arms if you can. And if we're up 6-0, 7-1, whatever it is, why are you running people around? I don't know what you mean by that. Mark Orlando occasionally. I'm not sure what he means.
What are you eating?
Nothing. You want me to get you one? Want me to get you a pack?
No.
It's right over there. I actually grabbed one early. Can y'all hear me crunching?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Well then, bro, say that. Say that. Y'all got to understand the difficulty with my man, Roc Nyce. He's on camera. But anyway, I will now back off, and then next time I crunch, I'll make sure the camera's on you so nobody sees it. Anyway, my Orioles are looking good. So now we got the Brewers, man.
And the Rays.
We got after the Brewers and it's Tampa. It's
places. I thought you
said it's the Rays. It's the Rays, Orioles. Orioles were 4.5 out. Yankees 6.5 right behind them. And we need some people to lose. It's like Orioles gained some ground, then they lost. Tampa lost and then won. You know what I mean? So, but if they keep playing like this, we are on the road 20-10. So we're like tied, like nobody else is 20-10. So we're playing well on the road. So, I mean, I don't know if you can keep that up all year, being up that high like that, man. But that's, it's just serious. Yeah, right. Keep winning the series. It's just like you won. We're on the road again. We usually win the first game, but it's like win the series. It doesn't matter. We do that, and then we come back home and then it's Blue Jays, man. And that's going to be, of course, an important series. You want to keep them down at the bottom. You know what I mean? Just keep them away from us. This is where we need to keep winning when we play the division to help try to get some separation. But we need those Blue Jays to roll. And then Awanya was up in New York, man, over the weekend for a couple of days, and the Mets was playing the Blue Jays, and they lost that day. The day she rolled up there, I think that was that Sunday. They lost, man. I was like, Mets, I need y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all need to win until August when they play us. So they'll be down here the first weekend in August. You trying to go?
I've been saying that since the season started.
Well, we need to work something out. Beat the bad teams, split the good teams. No New York talk. Look, we'll say the New York talk for when they come down. Since Mike is actually on here, we're gonna keep the Yankees out of our mouths. We'll keep them out. I'm assuming, is that for Mets too? Need to find that out. Anyway, my man. Oh, what we will do also today that we did not do last week, I did bring the AFC North schedule, so we will get that in today, if you don't mind, sir.
Okay.
You got anything you want to add?
No.
You trying to say I'm playing third base?
Oh.
I'm not. One. You see, the Queen says I got my tickets to the Mets game in August. Did you see that?
Man, really? Well, we want her to be on and paying attention, you know what I mean? Oh, she's at trivia. On the night we really don't want to be bothered with it, every 2 comments is hers.
Well, you know that's her team.
I know.
So
Can we get like some group seats or something? Like, can like all of us go?
it's probably hard for New York, but we need to try to roll. Let's try to go to a game. I don't have that home. I don't have the schedule. This week is probably rough, but we need to try to sneak a weekday in there and just go down there, man. What's your schedule here?
My boss is an asshole, but I think he'll let me off that day.
I don't even know what day you're talking about.
Whatever day we go to the game. And no, Queen, I didn't say bother. That's not what I said.
That's what it sounded like to me.
The mics can be distorted sometimes.
You're a mean one, Mr. Rock. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll. What did you say? It wasn't bothered.
I can't wait till it gets hotter.
Queen, did you understand? You can always play it back.
I just want it to be hotter. So when we go to the game with the Queen, we can enjoy it.
You want it to be hotter?
Yes, I want it to be hotter.
Is anybody, I need to know, is anybody buying that? Could y'all let me know? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody?
No, stop, Troy. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Wow.
Did Rock call himself? Uh-oh. Shelly had a question. Where's Yale at? Well, Yale waiting for us to go to the
Football.
But
No, Shelly, my boss is an asshole.
His boss.
Yeah, my boss.
He said his boss. Who's your boss? Got quiet.
I don't really want the fact that I said my boss is an asshole. If I say my boss's name, I may get in trouble. So what if I just say the initials and everybody that know my boss can kind of guess?
And the gangsters already saying we already know about Medea Gate. You had to do better, man. Who's the a-hole, man? Who's
My
that?
boss.
And who is that?
I'm just gonna say the initials because you're trying to get me in trouble.
I'm just trying to see what you talking about. Who the boss?
Luca Brasi.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know what he talking about. Anyway, let me roll on to, and I'm glad Shelly called that out because everybody's like, you got to be talking about you. I don't know if the gangster assassin, you know. Oh, and by the way, if anybody gets a Shelly, if you get a oh, that's right, they're not playing here, so they may not start until about 7.
What?
The Oriole game. Shelly, huh?
You talking about updates?
Yeah. What time does the game start?
I don't know.
Let us know, Shelly.
Yeah, we sent you a picture of Shelly also, so you can add her to the rotation. Oh Lord, see Troy, that's what I'm talking about, Troy.
What you mean? What do you mean?
Just hold on.
Uh-oh. Something happened?
Just hold on.
Waiting to see. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You got a call, man.
We got a call. Yes, ma'am.
So, in school,
I can't understand.
Because she got an Android. That's why we can't understand her.
You weren't clear. Say that again.
Sorry.
Oh,
Just tell somebody
if you were listening, you would know I didn't. I said my boss is an asshole.
And we.
did you not let him who was his boss?
I did.
And what did
He was all over the place. It sounded like he was referring to. I thought he said Nicole.
No, we were rewind the tape. I didn't say the call on that.
I thought he was referring to you because you know how he say he'll do the initials and then he say the name.
Did I say Nicole? Did I say Nicole?
That's what it sounded like. Shelly.
Medina Gate. Medina Gate.
Luca, what?
Say it again.
What did he say his boss name was? Luca, what?
Yes, that's what he said. That's what you said. Who are you referring to then, Rock, when you said that?
My boss. My boss.
Okay, your boss, you said is Luca, but isn't that the name that God just said Yale gave me?
You can take it over Yale.
Oh, that's what you said.
My Troy don't ever call you Luca Brasi. Luca Brasi.
No,
You
do. You and Yale. It's Tuesday.
Troy.
Me that you use, and you just said that your boss is Luca. Basically, you're saying you just called me Nicole.
That's not what I said. I never once said Nicole.
Bob said my money's on Nicole.
Are you my boss?
Be on radio calling me a call.
Are you my boss?
You want to go with this?
Are you my boss?
Huh?
Are you my boss? Read the name that's on your driver's license. That's government issue. What it say?
Don't try to change that. Be talking about this right here. Exactly what I'm talking about. Statement. And then you want to go and backpedal on the statements that he made.
True. Did I mention in any part of this statement did I mention Nicole?
Well, that's
True. Did I mention Nicole?
you know. Oh,
You heard me
I'm
say
sorry.
Nicole.
Did you say the word Nicole? That's what
Yes.
you're asking.
Yes.
No, you did not say the word Nicole.
All right.
You my name is associated. So that's just like me saying, so you know there's so many different names, right? You got like 1,000,001 names.
That's right.
And he said, no, yeah, because coach is a butthole. He's a real butthole.
You said
He calls that one of your nicknames is Coach. They call you Coach Rock.
No, because they didn't say Coach Rock. They didn't say Coach Rock. How many people are referred to by the word coach?
First of all, I'm not trying to give all your aliases out. I try to be nice enough not to give them the aliases that you go.
So you say that Luca Brasi is your alias?
Because if I'm gonna be the butthole, I got you.
So you're saying to me that
I want to make sure you send out your invoices. I want to make sure you with those invoices that need to get paid, whether it be from the school, whether it be from. What you want to do all that, and since you want to talk about you want to put people in 2 weeks. Yeah, that's your 2 weeks. Your next 2 weeks, okay?
So again, you're saying your alias is Luca Brasi?
yeah, it ain't working.
You said hi.
I didn't say hi. I can't wait till I get higher. I can't wait till I get higher.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's all good. Your choice. I'm still listening out because I still like to listen to your show. But Mr. Bruce, you said shorty, 2 weeks here. Handle it.
Oh, say it
I'm
with your
out.
chest.
Yeah.
Say it with your chest. Yep.
You in
She probably fell
trouble.
off the step stool when she was trying to hang up the receiver.
Oh, look, she's smart. Now she done rolled out. You, oh, you in trouble. You in trouble. I think the old took the brewery tour before the game. 3-3 down in the first inning, and they look flat. They just came from California. They'll be all right. It'll take who's let me know who's pitching too.
Shelly is on it. How in the world does Shelly have all of the knowledge she has? She follows every schedule. Listen, she's like a human sports center. Shelly's our girl though. What's the Shelly?
You try to act like we just had this phone call. All right, we're gonna pretend. You know,
It's Tuesday, Troy.
it's Tuesday, but you was in trouble. I tell you what we're gonna do real quick because we're gonna bounce back and forth between the Orioles and there's stuff going on with the Ravens too. We'll just bounce back and forth since they're on live, and I appreciate any updates that y'all send. Um, I definitely want to get into the AFC North schedule. You got you. Did you have something you wanted to talk about real quick too, or are we clear?
No, we clear.
Did the cold threw you off? It made
Don't
you
worry about the cold.
I
I fears no one that's
like the cold. I like the cold.
I fears no one that's 4'3".
All right, look. You will get another call back. Okay, Shelly. You will get another call back, and we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, I sent it to him already, Shelly.
Oh, you sent it?
Yes.
All right.
Check your phone. You can't
I'm
multitask
serious.
with your phone?
No, the hard part is I got to see how I can try to slide it over here while we're on the air. I'm gonna try to add it on there. We'll see what happens. As far as the Ravens picked up, you got the shoot. I'll rely on Shelly. Ravens picked up a.
No, you can rely on the person that's on the phone.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Who's on the phone?
It's the man with the plan and the man whips it up.
All right, we got our man on the phone. Mike's Raven got 5 former first round wide receivers, 3 tight ends, and a QB came to. Oh my God!
Yes.
See, Mike gonna make me. This is where we're about to have problems. Yeah, quick question. Oh, and we got Kyle Gibson pitching. Thanks, Bob. Quick question, Yale. Ravens picked up a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Shelly's already there. Treadwell, what you think about him?
Former first round pick, kind of underperformed, sort of like a Rashad Bateman type deal.
Hey,
Somebody. Bateman is now going to be playing, I think, with the Colts. Perriman. Rashad Perriman.
Sorry. Right. Perriman is with the Colts because the Colts aren't they about to lose a cornerback because he had the nerve to gamble 1,000 times in the locker room. But anyway, we'll wait for Phil for that one.
Yeah, we had to catch Phil on that. He was gambling in the locker room on Colts game.
Yes. Like, what is that all about? The only person who did something crazier was when what's his name in Pittsburgh was going live while Omar Epps
Brown.
Yeah. Why are you talking? He said Bob says we need to have Yale do a man on the street show live talking Ravens with average people in Baltimore. Wire him up. I like that idea. I like that.
I do too.
I don't know if Yale will give him a chance to talk though. Yale, they'll say one thing wrong and Yale will start, you know what, in 1997. when the Ravens were in the off season, I knew and pick a name. Samuel Adams
would have been actually in '97. I met Ogden, so
See, we knew
it ain't gonna work, Bob. It is not gonna work.
Actually, '98. It was '98.
It is not gonna work. It was almost a good idea. We can people on the phone and then they can hang up if they want to. No, seriously, man. Tell us what you think about Treadwell.
So my whole thing is, I anybody that can help me get rid of Crochet is I'm down with. So I'm hoping for Crochet to be out of here. He already lost number 3 to Odell Beckham. He's about to lose the third. He's got the jersey 10 now. He's going to lose the jersey number 10 to Laquan Treadwell. But it just really says that they're not going after Odell Beckham. And yeah, the room is going to change. The room is going to drastically change.
They're not going to go after D-Hop.
D-Hop. Yeah, they're not.
Because we got Beckham.
It might be maybe it's a setup, man, to make people think he's just trying to throw everybody off. And I would see Praviel's head spin around if D-Hop ended up here, similar to when they ended up picking Lamar. But hey, I'm feeling positive about the team. We are so from the moment. Think of where we were when we had Hollywood to where we are now. The offense looks totally different, and meaning well, a big part of that didn't even make sense. What I'm thinking is, I think the big part of it is not just the fact that Hollywood is gone, but I'm looking forward to our OC. I'm looking forward to see something different.
Monken.
Yes. I'm looking forward to see situations come up. I mean, I would think my thought is everything should probably look similar. I hope they don't just come out doing something drastic at the start of like the first game. You know what I mean? The key to me will be when we're doing certain drives and we know what Roman did.
But we probably won't see that till week 3 or 4.
That's fine. If we're winning, it doesn't even matter. If we're winning, people aren't if we're winning, I'm fine. D-Hop wants to come to the Ravens. I wouldn't completely rule him out. That's Shelly saying that.
And I agree with Shelly. I've been saying that just like I was preaching about OBJ. He said it on more than one occasion he wants to be here. It ain't about money. It ain't about him wanting to be closer to home. That man wants to win. And he said it out his mouth, and he was direct with it. I want to play with Lamar.
So I don't know the last report you saw, Roc, but she said straight up.
That's Shelly that said that.
Shelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Roc was saying, I don't know last report you saw, but D-Hop says it is about the money. He is willing to. He wants to win. He wants to play with a quarterback that can command the team and be about elevating everybody. But he does want to get paid. He's not in it for free. And his quarterbacks he want to play with, but he also wants to get paid.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that he wanted to come in for free. What I'm saying is, the money that we could potentially offer him, with our financial situation being the way it is, I think if we offered him that, he would still come here. All of those factors, the other factors weigh more than what the bottom line dollar amount would be.
See, but you guys, I still look. My head wouldn't spin if we got him. Let me be clear about that. My head wouldn't spin if we got him.
All right.
My head may shake, I may shrug and go okay, but my head's not going to spin.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, you invest in the room. I get it. You want as many great players as you can afford and that you can use. I mean, nobody is saying we wouldn't use them. But when you invest in a draft pick and you sign 2 other free agents now, and you've got another guy who's an ascending player, who's a first-round draft pick, and you got an all-star tight end, as well as a couple of tight ends you're really excited about, and you expect to be passing the ball to the backs, come out the backfield as well. It's just not enough balls to go around. It's just not. And you can't. The Ravens are a team that tries to develop their younger players. They bring in veterans, and if you look at it, think about it. The most we ever bring in free agency and beginning of free agency is 2 supposedly expected to be stars free agents. All right, you never bring in more than 2. And teams that load up that way mortgage their future, and they might have a successful season. The Rams went to the Super Bowl, won Super Bowl, but the Raiders aren't built that way. They don't build that way. And they've invested, draft picks are what they call the backbone of the organization. So they want these players to develop that they drafted. I just don't see it. If they hadn't gotten Odell Beckham, yeah, but I just don't see it.
I'm gonna walk with me real quick, Yale, okay? You smoke turkeys, hams, ribs, brisket, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Now, your ribs are a really, really good selling item, correct?
Yeah.
Your turkey breast is a really, really good selling item, correct?
It's not my biggest, but it's a good one.
Yes. Are you going to say I'm no longer going to sell turkey breast because I'm selling ribs?
No, but I'll tell you, like I told you already, I'm only selling ribs right now because I can't do all of it this time of year.
Get it, but the whole point that I'm trying to make is you never can have too many options. There's no such thing as too many options.
It is when it comes to football, dude. It's like, I don't know how many people, I mean, I get what you're saying to a degree. I really do. But this is football. It's like saying, you can't have a boxing match with 4 boxers. There's only room in the ring for 2 people.
Because that's how that sport is designed.
Yeah. Right. And this sport is designed that if you it's like, all right, let me give you a better example. Something that makes more sense. Can you have a basketball team that has 2 starting centers?
No.
And 2 starting guards and 2 starting forwards, and expect the starting centers to be happy?
No, because they're all starters. But let me give you another scenario. What happened to me as a coach? One year we dominated our division, and I thought I had the best 16 kids that you could put on the football field. And with the 16, you only have 11 kids on the field at a time, correct? So some of my kids were playing both ways. For those that don't know what that means, they were playing offense and defense, right? And all season long, that worked for us. We went up to Corkertown, PA, and we played a team from New Jersey. The first drive, this man had his starting offense out there, right? When it came time for us to get the ball, he sent the whole number 11 kids out there that was his starting defense, right? That caught our eye. But then when he got the ball back and went back on offense, he sent the whole number 11 out there. By the time we got to halftime, our kids' tongues was out their mouth. So I'm saying all that to say that yes, we can have all these pieces. No, they all won't be on the field at the same time. But that means we're always going to have a fresh OBJ. That means we're always going to have a fresh D-Hop, a fresh Flowers. And I don't think that it's going to be a problem getting them the ball because the goal is not incentives. The incentives are good, but the goal is to win. And I really think we got pieces like that. Imagine you got 3 DBs on the other team, and they running up and down the field with OBJ. Put D Hop on there. They gotta run up and down the field with D Hop. And then you have one of the young boys come in. They don't have the energy or stamina to deal with that.
Yeah, that all makes sense, except you're talking about a league that's built with a salary cap, man. It's just not enough. It's just not enough to go around. You can't have all these players that have a salary cap that works. You just can't do it.
So you think that with the finances we have left, that we can make a substantial offer to Di?
Make an offer to him, but then what do you do if all of a sudden you lose key players at a position that's weak, and you need to sign somebody? Where do you get that money from?
You spread D-Hop money over time.
You can't. Well, you could do that now, but then that means he's not getting the money that he wants. It's finances, and it's common, and it's not. I don't want to say common sense, but it's how things work in the NFL today. That's why when you see a team like the Dallas Cowboys with all the superstars that they like to collect and get out there, and then they never have they never get over the hump, because it's all good and fine on fantasy football, and it'd be good if it was college, yeah, but these pros want to get paid, they want to play, and there's incentives and stuff to consider. Now, D-Hop might say, yeah, I'll sacrifice that to play, but again, it's just not enough balls to go around. And don't get me wrong, I would love to have it, but now that we have OBJ and we got all those other assets that we just talked about, there's just no room. There's just no room. Now, if let's say we have something that like what happened at the beginning 2 years ago, and we lose, let's say we lose all of our receivers, and he's still out there, then we got money that we can use to bring him in, and that's cool. That'll work. But right now,
I don't think
they shot their shot with OBJ, and that's what they're riding with.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be available. Real quick, Mike seems to agree with you. He said he even thinks Beckham's going to lose his mind with the options that we have now. He thinks Beckham will be feeling like what you were talking about if we got one more person. And Bob told me the O's are down. Oh, wait a minute. He told me the O's were down 0-2 in the first inning. It's not over yet. Bases loaded. I don't even know. I'm afraid to find out. I was hoping that was the end of the first inning, but he's saying it might be more. Mike says more Flowers and Bateman. He wants to see more of that.
Yeah, and we need to see that. We need to have Flowers develop. We need to have Bateman develop. Bateman wants to develop. Bateman wants to be the guy.
Well, Bateman, how many years left on Bateman's contract?
He's got this year. This will be his third year. He's a first-round pick, so he's got next year, and he's got this year, next year, and hopefully they give him a fifth-year option.
Oh, the question: What do you think?
You see how upset Queen got when we drafted this kid Simpson, right?
No. What did Queen say? Oh, I didn't. I thought he'd be concerned, but I didn't hear. What did he say? Something?
Well, they appeased him by explaining to him, yeah, this could work out for you because no matter what happens, you now have to prove yourself, and you could prove yourself by getting by getting a better contract with somebody else, or to improve your stock with us, and we're not stuck at a number that we have to sit on that would maybe come in low. If we exercise that fifth-year option, you're going to get paid, but you and be in that situation that Lamar is in.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So do you want to be in that situation Lamar was in, or do you want to know that you ball out this year and we will be forced to come up, give you a good contract and let you walk, let somebody else give you an even better contract.
Mm.
But they get concerned. They first-round draft pick, and they don't pick up your fifth-year option and say you're not doing anything right. And if you're a receiver, that means I ain't getting the ball.
Right.
Do you really feel that way though? Because I mean, let's change positions for a second. Because at one time we had a backfield with what 3-4 starting running backs, Troy.
Yeah,
three bona fide backs that could have carried the team. right or wrong.
Yeah.
But we never had this discussion then because even though they were quality players, their names weren't as big. You know what I mean? But any one of those guys could have went to a team and would have been the number one back. And we had a strong rotation going on. Why can't we just slide to another position and work out the same rotation?
But even my feeling was we still didn't even do the backs right. Like when when we had the issue with Dobbins and Gus, when they were both out, I mean, it's kind of like we're just trying to do what we can. But last year, like I wanted more Dobbins, I wanted more Gus, I wanted and I really think I'm hoping that the difference will be the coordinator. I can't stress that enough. There was just things happening, and I didn't understand why they were saving. Dobbins looked great when he went back and got touched up and towards the end of the season. I wanted him getting the ball more. Him and Gus. I like that. I like that combination with shoot. Who's the third back? Who's the third back?
Justice Hill.
Oh yeah. I like that combination and throwing Hill out there, but I don't want them. The problem I was having when you would see them out there, then they're getting the ball.
You know why I think that the backs didn't get fed as much as they were? Because so often, man, we always talk about the fans in this town, man. Everybody, they almost sent a lynch mob after that boy just to prove that he can throw the ball. And I think the fans here in Baltimore, Lamar.
Oh, okay.
And I think we got caught up in because we knew we could run the ball. You know what I mean? That became our security blanket.
Mm-hmm.
That became our security blanket. But we had to prove that Lamar has a strong arm. Lamar is effective. And I think we got caught up. I think the coordinator fell victim to it. I think at some point Lamar fell victim to it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of got away from our priority being running the ball, especially when we got him as an alternative, and then the big back. I think now that the he has the weapons he has, I think the old coordinator is going to give us a balanced game. We're going to have. I'm not going to say it's going to be every pass, every run. I'm saying that we can have a more balanced offense that will keep the defense off balance, because now you can't just sit here and pile up the box and play to stop the run because you got them weapons out there. So we are gonna be able to pass the ball more, and then when you spread out to try to stop those receivers, now we can pound the ball. And I just think that all the receivers are gonna get their fair share. All right, this might be OBJ's game. He got 10, 15 passes thrown to him. Next game, where you looking at last week, OBJ got 10, 15 passes. We need to play him hard. Then you got D Hop in the game. He's going to get 9, 10 passes a game. But the ultimate goal is to get to the big dance.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me say this. Mike is like, we can't pay Queen. Wait a minute, I skipped something. I'm sorry. Say we can't pay Queen. He likes Monk. Greg Roman stunk, and Mike and I are in total agreement with that one right there. And Hicks home run with Hazel. Okay. Orioles tied it up 2-2. Thank God they're still fighting back. It's hard just seeing the score when I saw 0-2, 0 for 2. Yale, do not turn to the game. Do not look at the Oriole game.
Nah, I'm not.
But you'll see that. But you can go to a game. We're working on. We're trying to go. What's your schedule like next week, man? We sneak in during the week. You think a weekday?
I don't know. My work schedule is like real crazy right now. We'll see.
We'll talk about it.
What y'all can come up with, and we'll see.
We'll find something, because at least now we can.
Are there any midday games next week?
Huh?
Are there any midday games next week?
Probably. Well, actually, I don't know, because they go back on the road. Actually, it might be while we're here. We'll look. We'll see how the schedule is, and we gotta see how your schedule is, man. See how you feel after you eat all those Pollock Johnnies.
Especially if I win.
DJ, I don't even know what do you win?
I don't even know.
You gonna get, but hey, look, you've been posted. You've been posted on the website. Y'all can go.
Johnny's in Boardwalk France for a year.
The Pollock Johnny's website has DJ Roc's name. Y'all, text y'all.
Come on, support your boy for the win, man.
Yeah, come on.
And that's Saturday, right?
This day, 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock for 12 to 5. We will be there. I'll remind you. I got 2 ticks for Ravens versus Eagles preseason. Can't wait. Yes, that'll be
Who that said that?
Bob.
Oh.
You about to get upset.
No, I'm gonna say I'm gonna be his +1.
Oh, you hear that? You got a date. You got a date, Bob. He's got 2 ticks. We're gonna find out. Yale might be there too.
Yeah, I think I can make it Saturday.
Oh, you from the Eagles Ravens. Yeah, we're talking about the Eagles Ravens though, Yale. You got tickets for that?
Yeah, of course.
You need a +1?
Oh, you cheating? You're cheating on Bob already.
I buy big, Yale.
Oh, that must be inside. Y'all better fill me in on that one. Y'all both chucking in on that one. All right, so.
But come on, Troy. Yale. Just answer this yes or no. So if we do work it out and we do get D-Hop here, are you disappointed?
No, I'm not going to be disappointed. I'll be surprised, but not disappointed.
It's the best answer. You didn't say that before.
I said I would shake my head. I wouldn't shake my head. I just shrug my shoulders.
Before today. But
no, y'all misunderstood me. Y'all have always misunderstood what I'm saying. Especially when I said I don't want him here. The reason I don't want him here is because I think we have what we need. It's not that I don't like him. It's not that I don't want, I got a problem with him. If we'd have put him, if they'd have signed him instead of OBJ, I'd be saying we don't need OBJ.
We're going to see. But I specifically asked you, would the Ravens be a better team with him? You're like, but I think you were you were in your energy, your Yale energy. And you're probably thinking about the grill. Man.
Yeah.
Quick question. Did you relook at that video of I Be Smoking? You like that idea?
I love it. I told you you gotta get Uncle Greg
to him. I sent him that of you saying that. I sent that little clip to him. So he liked the clip. We have to figure out somewhere. I don't know how he dances the faster. He can still do that. Actually, it would look like him too, since he's older. He would have that I Be Smoking since he's got that great beard and stuff. But I shared that a couple of times. But all right, so we all in agreement. If they got D-Hop, they gotta get rid of somebody.
Right.
They gotta get rid of and
who's the low man on the total?
Prochet. Whatever it takes to get rid of I'm with Yale on that one. Prochet, and you know what Prochet would do prior to last year. He would make a catch and I'd be okay. You know what I mean? I would see hope. And then last year it was like, dude, when you get in there, you can catch everything. You know what I mean? You're not in there enough to be dropping. You know what I mean? If we know D-Hop's a good receiver, right? And if he drops something, you're going to be disappointed. But we know he catches way more. You know what I mean? Prochet was like, nah, I don't know what he's going to catch. I don't know when he's going to. I need him to go. I don't see him shining on special teams. I don't see any need for him. So, however, when he's on the field, man, I'm rooting for everybody that's on the team. You know what I mean? I'm just hoping he'll catch. But I'm in agreement with Yale on that Prochet. So you gotta get rid of people. You probably gotta get rid of him. Who is it? Aguilar? No.
Yeah, you got.
He's a second horse, right?
So, and here's the other thing, right?
Yeah.
You got how many roster spots you got?
52, isn't it?
Right, 52, 53, 53.
Yeah.
Okay. You thinking spades?
Yeah. You got 53 roster spots.
Right.
All right. So that means you got to figure out how many receivers, how many tight ends, how many whatever you're gonna keep.
Right.
Right. So, all right. Now we got D-Hop. So the most you're going to keep, and we did it a few years ago. We kept 7. We kept 7 receivers because we had a bunch of almost nice guys. We didn't want to get rid of anybody. So give me the 7. If we go that far, give me the 7 receivers you're gonna keep right now to get D-Hop.
Do we usually keep 7?
No, we usually keep 5. We usually keep 6, maybe. We keep 5 or 6.
Okay.
So give me the 7 receivers you're gonna have to keep. You want to keep if you're gonna keep D-Hop.
If we get D-Hop, okay.
OBJ.
Okay. OBJ.
D-Hop. Flowers. Bateman. What's the other kid?
Trying to remember who everybody is.
Yeah. Duvernay. We said Flowers. Duvernay. That's 5.
That's 5. Yeah.
So then there's no Laquan Treadwell and there's no Aguilar.
I would keep Treadwell and release Aguilar. Or they would be out.
Aguilar is a more accomplished receiver than Treadwell.
Okay.
So then tell me what you do with everybody wants us to keep the kid from University of Maryland who went undrafted because he was hurt.
Put him on the practice squad.
So line them out again. You got
OBJ.
Zay Flowers.
The total number is what? 5 or 6? What's the number we're trying to keep?
He said 7.
Let's keep 6.
6. Okay, and then we'll name the 6, and you let us know who we're losing. Okay, okay. OBJ, Bateman,
Zay Flowers.
Right.
That's 3.
Then you go with your D-Hop 4.
Right. Duvernay
5.
It's 5.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now you got some decisions. You signed 2 free agents, and Aguilar and Treadwell. So now you're at 7. Now that might be okay. That might work, right? We could make that work.
And who's left that we're getting rid of?
Who's left that we're getting rid of?
I'm sorry. Who are we getting rid of with those numbers? It's Prochet. I'm drawing a blank. Aguilar. Or those are 2 we're cutting?
I think we'd have to cut Aguilar or Treadwell.
And you said Treadwell is better, you think?
No, I said Aguilar is better than Treadwell.
Oh, okay. Okay, so cut Treadwell then. Okay. We got Bob saying get rid of Queen and Duvernay, and it frees up $8 million. I'm not getting rid of Queen. No, Bob, I'm not getting rid of Queen.
The only way I'm getting rid of Queen is if I trade him for something we need, and that would have to be a top tier. It has to be a top tier corner.
And then he's starting right now, making a difference right now, because Queen is going to kill, and then what? We rely on the rookie, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and we'd have to rely on the rookie.
Yeah, we need a lot for Queen. Because I think Queen. Did you see Queen's press conference?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't see the whole thing, but he's. Anytime you say, I'm from now on when I see a press conference, I'm just going to take the player at whatever they say and not read anything into it. He seems to be like, you know what? I need to play my best. And he felt like he was improving. And you and I both said that everybody wants to say how much he improved, including him, how much he improved after Roquan. But you and I both saw a difference before Roquan got there, that he was playing better. And I was feeling really good about him before Roquan got here. So I think if people want to give it Roquan is the reason, so be it. But I really think he was getting better, and now that he has the freedom to do what he's best at, I just expect our linebackers. I think we got the best. We got the best 2 linebackers in the league, I think.
To me, it's like when the Giants had had Lawrence Taylor and
Was it Carson? Who was that? Right.
wore number 58.
Yeah, who was that? No, Carson wasn't 15. Carson was like sub.
Carson was there, but Carson was playing inside.
Oh, who was that? Yeah, I agree.
His name is around the tip of my tongue, but I can't say.
And Bob is saying he wants I guess you want Queen to go to the Saints? Bob, why would you want that? What's wrong with you, Bob?
What do you get from the Saints? What do you get from the Saints from Queen? For Queen?
Yeah, are you want him traded, or do you want him?
No. You asking me or asking Bob?
I'm asking Bob. Like, is he saying trade him to the Saints, or you just want him on the Saints because that's your second team? You gotta clear that up, Bob. I don't know if I like that comment. Might have to stop Bob from hurting.
Tell Bob no drinking on the job before he leaves to go to get on set.
Yes, that's true. Oh, and by the way, they that Baltimore Bomb movie. They dude is writing a lot. I don't know what the script is, but he's written quite a bit. And they're still, remember before I told you, Yale, they were trying to do 6 episodes, but they still have an idea for the way he described it to me. It's still 6 movies. So I guess I don't know if you're talking about like a Rocky, like a Fast and Furious type thing. I'm not sure, but the storyline it's a good storyline. It's a good storyline. I like it, and I'm excited. I can't wait till whatever happens. I think they may have started doing some stuff, but we'll see. But you'll get to meet the man yourself, if you're able to make it Saturday. If not, sooner or later I will get you two in here, some kind of way. But can somebody do me a favor and give me an Orioles score update, please? I need that. So how long you hanging with us, Yale? You hanging till 9?
Yeah, I got you till 9. After that,
all right. Then we want to talk about it. Here's what I'm gonna go over. But anything pops into your head about Orioles or Ravens, anything with score, anything coming up, feel free to jump in, man. But what I have in my hands, I didn't get to do this last week. I want to go over the rest of the AFC North schedule, man. So I want to look at with the Steelers, Bengals, and Browns. 2-2 in the bottom of the second. Thank you, Shelley. I want us to win this first game.
Bottom of the second, that means they're up at
Milwaukee Brewers. So they're playing away. So they're playing in Milwaukee. Name a famous group for Milwaukee, man. I don't know if the whole group's for Milwaukee, but I know the main dude. And I question calling them a rap group, but I'm gonna say rap group because they won in the rap category. I couldn't understand why. From Milwaukee, who you got?
Who?
Whatever. A game of horseshoes. Come on, man.
Is the Gap Band from Milwaukee?
Said Gap Band, a rap band, rap group. I don't know what. I don't
and
know.
then the game that was Arrested Development.
Thank you, man. That's the answer.
They're from Milwaukee.
That's where Speech is from.
Oh,
so I'm assuming they all got together there, and then he ended up going to Atlanta or something. But I know Speech is from there. Rapper Shelly, stop.
And see, that's where I thought they were from.
From Atlanta?
I thought Arrested Development was from Georgia. Not Atlanta, from Georgia.
Eric Benet's rap game was strong. That's why he was getting a panty.
His game ain't strong. The dude can sing though. His rap game ain't strong. Look, now I'm moving on. Y'all making me change. Y'all check this out. We're gonna go over
Troy, before you go to the AFC North, and I want to get in on that. I have a quick question for you.
Okay.
Why did the Queen
oh Lord
tell me that she didn't get no ribs last week?
She couldn't. She told you that.
And the plot thickens.
She told you that because she didn't eat it. They're there.
She said she didn't know that he got sent home.
Oh, she lying to you. She lying to you because
and the plot thickens.
There ain't no plot. Ain't no plot because I'm gonna tell you. Oh, now she gonna say we good now. Look, she gonna cut that because she knows. Because she knows. She said. Because look, when food is in the house, man, and 48 hours go by, just like the Eddie Murphy, 48 hours, it's like you must not want it. And then one day she says, "Oh, hello, we good now. I heard you. You said, is it to Yale or is that to me? Because somebody was like, I guess there's no more ribs downstairs, is there? Because she knows she done crossed the 48-hour mark. You know what I mean? That must mean you don't want it. But we gonna find out. She said we good now. All right, I ain't gonna say no more. But nah, that wasn't on me, bro. That was not on me. Oh, she said,
So Roc, how much meat did you get to take home?
Like 4 of them.
Well,
And he made me count them individually, Yale. What you taking?
He took half. He took
half.
He took.
Don't you do that? Troy, don't you do that? I did not take half what's left in that pan. And he tried to justify by saying, yo, you already ate something already.
So, did you? Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Let me get into the Roc frame of mind. Did you eat something before I did? Yes or no? Yes or no? Did you eat some? Did you eat some? Yes. Yes or no?
2.
No. Yes or no?
Yes.
There you go. There you go. He done ate some before I got in there, so you really shouldn't have had half.
It was only 2.
And how many?
2 that Yale gave me.
And how many did you eat before you got home?
None.
That's a lie. Cause you was licking fingers, bruh. Come on now.
See, no.
How many did Luca Rossi get?
About 7. About 7.
Yeah, Luca Rossi went in deep.
Yeah, I had to plate up. I'm gonna put lemon foil on it.
Y'all, just said y'all know. Just
said the uncles were better.
I like Nicole. I'm on Nicole's side. Whatever Nicole said, I'm on that side.
AFC North.
AFC North. You ready, Yale?
You see that story? You see how he got off of that beforehand? He never answered the question.
Ooh, you right, yeah. That was straight deflection.
So did the wife get any ribs? Is the question.
I'm always sharing what I got. I'm not a hoarder like that.
So she got a sufficient amount of ribs.
Yeah.
And brought in 2.5 slabs of ribs. And should nobody be upset?
All I know is every time I went to Roc, hey Roc, I got a question for you. Yep.
Yeah. See, no, I need to say that. Yeah, let me tell you how Troy cheated on you on Saturday, right?
Saturday.
We was at an event, really nice event, I must say to you. When he beat the plate, instantly said, "Man, look like these ribs are anorexic. These are not I be smoking ribs, right?"
What?
Yeah. Troy had like 4 beats with ribs on it, man. And he can walk a block and a half to even get to ribs. I never see Troy walk so much. And every time he would walk, Troy, he'd be gone for like 20 minutes. 20 minutes to walk a block and a half.
What are you? What? Bruh.
Ribs that you had to say, Troy.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, yeah. Here's how I went down. So Roc's DJing. So we're he keep the music playing, so we're getting plates for him, right? So so Gangster would get a plate for her and for him, right? I would get mine. His would be covered up, right? Looking at now he got his plate. What's he looking at mine? Now his is covered. Granted, his is covered. I'm like, I got ribs, same thing you got. Oh.
Right. Oh, explain the whole story. Why was he looking at your plate like that?
That's what I want to know. Because you had your own. Yeah. Keep in mind, it's a cookout. It's all you can eat, man. Just get the muscle.
Yeah.
Listen, play your music. He didn't even walk. It was a mile away. He ain't got. All he goes like, you get. I brought him back a tea. They ain't got no soda. They ain't got no Sprite this month, bro. Look. Tell a story the way it happened.
Yeah, they were sent on a mission to bring back steak, right? When they came back, I was handed a plate that had, I told you the ribs were anorexic. So I'm looking at the ribs on my plate, but Troy get this big hunk of meat on his plate. I originally sent them to go get steak, so I'm thinking Troy got a piece of rib and a piece of steak, and I didn't get any steak. That was the controversy. I wanted to know why I didn't have steak on my plate.
Bruh, what are you talking about? First of all, you had a plate. Why would you?
We didn't send y'all to get steak, though. Is that what they were supposed to be going to get?
If they don't have steak, man, they don't have no steak. Why are you looking on my plate and not appreciating yours?
I did.
No, you didn't. You did.
Now, before we go any further, let's get some clarity right here. Did I not say that these ribs are not equivalent to I be smoking ribs?
So we back to deflecting again.
Yeah.
We ain't changing the subject.
Yeah, I had your back.
I appreciate it.
No.
So now let's talk about the North.
Now,
AFC North.
Yes.
there's a lot of bull, lot of it going on here. Lot of it. Anyway, welcome back, Wink. Wait a minute. I walked away from my phone and came back to you yelling. Did you? Wait a minute. I thought I was going to be going to a funeral. Oh, no. I thought I was yelling at the Queen. No. Yelling is for Roc because he's usually going through some nonsense, bro. It's always some nonsense, Roc. I don't know what's wrong with him. All right, we back to anything else you would say, Roc? That's a lie. Any more lies?
Nope.
You finished lying?
Yep.
Y'all heard him. He said he finished lying. So at least we know what the truth was. Score check. Anybody know? I took 4 home and I ate 1. Oh, wait a minute. You got the gangster. She done put a comment in there. She took 4 home and ate 1. Is that what the gangster did? No comment, Roc?
Nope.
You scared.
Yeah.
You scared him, Nicole?
Yeah.
All right, that'll work. All right. Here we go with the sketchy out. What team you want first?
Start with the bottom of the barrel. The Steelers.
You want to look at it?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I should have made 2 of everything. All right, it's an extra steel one. Yeah, here we go. We're not going to worry about the preseason. Sorry, fellas, I've been in and out tonight. Crowd popper moment. My daughter just got hired for her first job. Oh,
congratulations.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes.
We had the privilege and the honor of meeting Wink's daughter. Cool sister.
Shout out Wink and family.
Yes, definitely.
I need her on some Raven stuff though, but
right. They're very hospitable, despite the fact that they all wear Patriot stuff.
Yeah. That I don't know who we blame for that. Yeah.
We should call Child Protective Services on them for that.
We'll give a chance. He might grill some more stuff. We're gonna wait and see.
Yeah, like them armadillo eggs.
Yeah. See, and the dude that asked about you, Wink, remember the armadillo egg conversation too, man. It's amazing, y'all. Wink and Bob, and even Shelly, y'all got and Lenise been AWOL a little bit, but anyway, let me get into the schedule. Y'all people that recognize you, they know who you are, even if they haven't seen you. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna make sure. Shelly, I got your picture. I probably won't be able to add it till next week. But if I can't get it on there today, I definitely will. All right, regular season. All right, y'all ready? We get y'all picture. Can you hear me? Yeah, clear?
Yep.
All right, September 10th. We are now doing the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule for 2023. We're skipping the preseason. September 10th. Their first game
loss
is at home
loss
against the 49ers.
Loss.
That might be a loss.
We all figuring L's. I would love for that. And they home too. I would love for them to lose at home. Anybody else got a comment? We know there's a delay. I'll certainly add your comment in later if you get in. So we think the Steelers will probably lose to the 49ers. Next game, they got a Monday night, week 2, Monday night game against the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, that's going to be like the Battle of the Beltway. That's going to be a good game.
I think they'll probably beat Cleveland, though.
Yeah, and it's prime time.
Yeah.
It all depends on what Deshaun Watson's looking like and if they get beat out.
Home game, too, by the way.
And it's prime time.
Yeah. So you're saying it could right now. You're not sure. Well, if you take a guess right now, it's week 2, so Deshaun may not be totally warmed up. I'm not betting on any Steeler game. That's Bob. So we're gonna look. We all know. We hope they lose. We all know that. But we'll see. And they got So what you think, Yale? You like?
No matter who wins.
Yeah, like it's a tie would be better, wouldn't it? No, actually, we would want them both to lose.
Nah.
Both to lose. But yeah,
One of them loses. Because our first game is against Houston. Our second game is against who?
All right. So you think so? Either way, you don't. It doesn't matter to you, but you think they could win that one?
Yeah, I think they'll win that one.
Okay. September 24th, another primetime game, Sunday night, going to Las Vegas.
I think they win that.
I do too. I'm not impressed with Vegas. Haven't been for a while. What you think, Yale?
Yep, I agree.
Winning. Next game, Houston.
I think they win that.
I do too. And then they finally play a real team.
Get monkey stomped.
Baltimore Ravens at home.
They gonna get monkey stomped.
I mean, Steelers home.
They gonna get monkey stomped.
I think by then we'll be warmed up.
Yes.
I think we'll be. Personally, I think we'll be kicking. I think week 3 we'll be on fire from that point on. I think we're gonna win anyway. Anyway, we don't talk about us. I still think we beat Baltimore. I mean, we beat Steelers. Will you open it that one? Were you thinking we might lose the first one?
That's what Yale said.
Yeah. He might feel.
No, I mean, if we normally split with them.
Yeah.
But this year, I'm feeling like we're gonna sweep them. So.
You think we might get it?
This year, I feel like we sweep the Steelers.
I like that. Bob already said we're going 6-0, which would be nice. We have not had it. I want to be one of those last teams to lose a game. I want that feeling, man. It seems like we might. What's the most we've done? 3-0, maybe. Have we ever gone 3-0?
How many Mountain Dews do you have?
Why? See, this is an excellent example of my plate going on. This example of my food going on.
Yeah, with a 12-pack cube, and didn't offer one.
You know why? Because you don't want them warm. You're spoiled baby, man. You always worry about what I'm eating, what I'm drinking, and you ain't never happy. You quote me on that.
The Ravens beat the Steelers at home week 5.
Change the subject. Y'all see that? He just tried to change the subject, right? It ain't gonna work, player. It ain't gonna work. He tried to change it. Get back to it. Anyway. You saying they're gonna lose or they gonna win?
They're gonna lose.
Steelers gonna lose.
Yes.
All right. They got
gonna beat them.
Early bye week.
They're gonna lose that week too.
4, 5, 6. Bye week 6.
They're gonna lose that week also.
Yale's take on this one. When they come out the Yale, they're playing the Rams. What you think?
Who, the Steelers? Play the Rams?
Yep.
When?
Week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Week 7.
Well, they're gonna beat the Rams regardless, because the Rams are gonna be straight garbage this year.
I'm with you. They were garbage last year. So you're thinking nothing's changing. Then after that, Roc done disappeared. Let me take the camera off Roc's ass. His ass. He just keep walking away, bro. They got Jacksonville, man. 1 o'clock game, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's gonna be surprised. They're gonna surprise the people. I think they could beat the Steelers.
I think it'll be time for a Steeler loss. I think it'll be time for a loss. Wow. I'm giving them way more credit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got them 5-2. All right. So you think they can beat Jacksonville? Then coming up on a short week, Thursday, they got Tennessee Titans.
They'll win that game.
Steelers?
Yeah. What week is that?
That is 9.
9. Yeah, they'll by then the Titans will have gotten rid of um what's his name, the quarterback, and will start the rookie. Um, um, the kid that went in the second round, but it won't be enough. And the Steelers will be geared up to um, stop the running back. So they'll win that game.
Shelly, by the way, is saying that Steelers overall have a pretty easy schedule. I mean, it sounds like it so far. Shelly, I'm agreeing with you. So I think that's a win with Tennessee. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got them 6-2 so far. Coming up on Sunday, what are we? Week 10. If I'm doing this right. Green Bay at home. What you thinking about that one as far as Green Bay?
Depends on how their quarterback is playing, but Green Bay they could beat Green Bay if the quarterback isn't Aaron Rodgers or
I'm thinking the same thing, which I don't want to, and I hope I'm wrong on all of this. All right, they're coming back. They going to Cleveland, November 19th. That's week 11.
That'll be the week Cleveland surprises them and beats them. Cleveland usually sneaks one out of them.
Okay. And then finally, Cincinnati, November 26th.
Cincinnati and Molly walking.
Yeah, I'm feeling Cincinnati like that fear of Pittsburgh is gone, man. And who knows? Watt might be hurt by that anyway. He's due to miss a game or two. Nobody even says that, but I can see Cincinnati winning that game. And then next, they go to December 3rd. They go to Arizona. Ugh.
Oh, they're gonna beat Arizona.
Yeah, I don't see.
And that's gonna be week what? 13?
Where am I? 11, 12, 13. Yes.
So Arizona, unless they make some changes or trade, their tallest receiver this year is gonna be 5'10". And the receiver they'll have on their team will be Hollywood.
Who?
Hollywood.
That's right. Agony. Yeah. And how many passes will he drop out of?
3 per game.
Oh, a lot. He won't drop them. He just will have like 13 yards rushing. I mean, pass and receiving because he'll be falling down and run out of bounds.
Yes.
What you eating, man?
Nothing. I haven't eaten a thing.
What you eating in your hand?
Nothing.
What you got a napkin for?
What napkin? This is the schedule.
Yeah, it look like a napkin on the paper.
But it's the schedule. Gee, Christmas.
That's that shit you be doing, man. Y'all look. Y'all don't know what I'm dealing with over here. All right. So we calling that win in Arizona. They're scared. Okay, right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got them 8 and 4.
Yes.
That's not bad.
It's not.
That's problem so far. I'd be surprised if they lose some of these games we think they're gonna win.
But the problem gonna come in is that's not gonna help them in the division because they're gonna get swept twice. They're gonna get swept by us and swept by the Bengals.
Okay.
And they're gonna split with the Browns.
Okay.
So that's not gonna help them in the division.
I can go with that. All right. Week 14. They got Wink and them Patriots, man. 8:15. That's a Thursday game. They got 2 Thursdays?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 Thursday games.
And a Monday. And a primetime Sunday. They're getting a whole lot of TV time.
What do you think about that Thursday? And they're playing Arizona. Wait a minute, they're playing Arizona at home. Oh, and they're playing, okay, they're both home games, so it's not like they had to travel. What do you think's going? What do you think about what do you think about the Patriots team, man? We went over that schedule. Do you think I don't know, they always seem to have the Steelers figured out, even though that's a lot of Tom Brady games too. But what do you say, Yale? Can they beat New England?
Yeah, so New England's going to be better. They've got a real offensive coordinator this year. But they still don't. But Tom Brady's retired, and I don't know that. I don't know that the quarterback is going to be enough. But New England's defense is going to be tough. That's going to be a really good game. I'm looking forward to that game.
Well, our man Wink has a prediction. Do you have any idea what you think it might be?
I think Wink is calling for an upset, and that New England will trade everybody they have for Ben Roethlisberger.
That sounds about right. Unless y'all go back and get Cam Newton again. But Wink is saying the Steelers going to lose to the Patriots. So
I'm saying it was a minute today.
The Patriots.
It's shocking, isn't it? I think, but I'll be honest. I think New England can win that game. I think New England will sneak a couple of games in because right away I was going to say now they'll probably lose. But I'm going to give New England a W on that. We'll see what happens. But after coming off, Arizona could be a track game. They get their confidence up. If they've got as many wins, I'm saying they're gonna lose. That's what I'm saying. But they got okay, we got to be announced. So I don't even know where this game, other than I know it's gonna be in Indianapolis. Steelers go to Indianapolis, but we don't have a date. But hell, it's gonna be week 15. That's all I know.
We don't know when the Steelers are playing in Indianapolis.
Nah, it just says to be announced. So are they going to try to sneak and that's between December 7th and the 23rd. So are they going to try to do a Monday or something? I don't know what they're trying to do. They did that with the Ravens last year, with the Browns.
Well, they're doing that with us the last game of the season with the Steelers. We don't know. We know it's going to be home, but we don't know if it's going to, what the date and time is.
Right.
That means that has to be a flex game.
The last game, so people won't slack off and not play anybody because they know they're in the playoffs. They know they can't gain any ground. You know what I mean? But the Ravens had a game against Cleveland last year that was around the same, like week 14, 15, something like that. And the time and all wasn't announced until like the week of. Because I remember that.
Yeah, no. The last game of the season is always a divisional game.
Right, but this was the last game, though.
That's a flex game, which again, this is what we have a flex game. The Steelers game might be a flex game, but flex games are different than. So yeah, it's different than the last divisional game.
Mm-hmm. Well, according to Shelley, they do have it as the 17th. What day of the week is the 17th? Does anybody know?
What month?
Of December. Because on the website, it doesn't even have the date. Because that's where I pulled this from, unless something just changed. Blatant disrespect when referring to the New England Patriots. Y'all best remember your role, Mr. Two Rings. That's some Patriots fan who doesn't want to acknowledge the other 50 years of not winning that team had. But anyway, we're moving on. I digress. Oh, so it is a Sunday. Okay, so she's got it dated for Sunday. We just don't know the time. So, like you said, it could be flexed out. It might end up being a Sunday night game or something like that. But they're gonna win that game. We don't know. I just think the Steelers win that game against the Colts. I don't care what time it is. I don't care whose yard they play in. They could play on Edmonton Avenue. They're gonna win that game. But however, December 23rd, which is a Saturday, they got a Saturday game against Cincinnati, man. 4:30 game. Bengals sweeping. Did we say that? Did we agree to that?
Bengals sweeping.
You feel like You feel a sweep, or you think they can pull that out?
I don't think the Bengals will sweep them. I think the Bengals are due for a fall.
I'm feeling a Bengals sweep. Yeah, I was going with the L. I'm saying they're gonna lose that. I think they're gonna lose. All right. Then the last two games of the year, December 31st, New Year's Eve, we get them playing Seattle.
In Seattle?
Yes, in Seattle.
They're going to lose that game.
Feeling an L. What you think, Roc?
They're going to lose that game because they're going to be looking forward to playing us.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're going to pass Seattle.
Yep.
And they're going to be road tired, worn out, and then they're going to come here and catch that next L.
All right. So the way I got them booked, let me make sure I didn't mess this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got them 9 and 8. That sounds reasonable. Damn, I want them to have a losing season, but I got them at 9 and 8.
That's about right.
That's what they did last year, right?
Yeah.
All right. While we talking about Pittsburgh, man, what you think about they kept Mason Rudolph, right? They kept who's the other guy?
As a backup.
Didn't they keep both of them?
Well, they're going to. I mean, so now the NFL has allowed for teams to have a third quarterback.
Right.
Quarterback. So Mason Rudolph will be there, as well as I forgot who else is backup. Kenny Pickett. So yeah, I mean, it's just the backup quarterback. I don't know why we even worried about it.
All right. By the way, Orioles are still tied up 2-2. The bottom of the fourth, I believe that's what that is. It's painful. All right, I want them to feel better. All right. So we got them looking at 9 and 8. Who should we go to now? We got Cleveland, Cincinnati. Where you want to go first?
Cleveland.
Y'all thinking alike over there. All right, we look at Cleveland. I don't know why they got this printed out totally different, man. I don't know what's up with them. All right. I might have to make sure I don't pick the wrong month. September 10th. They have the names. They got helmets. What the hell? All right. September 10th. They play the Bengals. Week 1.
Bengals. They take a loss.
So all of us saying L for that.
Yes.
And then, of course, naturally, they got Pittsburgh. We already commented on that. Y'all feel the same way? They're going to beat Pittsburgh, or you said they're going to split, right? Yeah, you thinking they'll split with Pittsburgh?
Me too. I think they'll split with Pittsburgh.
The Bengals?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's the Browns. I'm thinking it's the Bengals. I apologize. Yeah, the Browns, they're going to lose. They're going to lose.
Yeah.
All right. Then they got week 3, Tennessee. Oh, Trubisky. Thank you, Shelly. I could not remember his name. They keep they keep him too, right? Or they'll keep him as number 3.
No, Trubisky will be number 2, if anything.
Or then Rudolph will be that if we have to, we'll bring you in.
Emergency.
All right. You're right about that. Makes sense. I'm not impressed with any of those quarterbacks. Kenny Pickett. Anyway. I'm sorry. Tennessee Titans team I hate. They have never moved into
1 and 2.
You think they beat Tennessee?
I think they lose to Tennessee.
Who'd you think they were going to beat?
Oh, I'm sorry. So they're already 0 and 2.
Right.
0 and 3.
Yeah, I don't even like Tennessee.
No, they might beat Tennessee.
Right.
So
where are they playing?
Can you tell? Wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you. Home. It's dark, so they're playing at home.
Yeah, they might get Tennessee at home.
Keep in mind, Cleveland's defense is going to win a lot of games for them, especially with Myles Garrett and Zadarius Smith coming off the edge, and their linebackers and corners are going to be pretty good. So Cleveland should beat Tennessee.
Okay, so you think the defense can keep, because the only threat is Henry, right?
Yes. Because they don't have a threat at the quarterback and they don't have no receivers.
All right.
Well, they got the receiver they drafted. They're really high on. They think he could be the next coming Deebo Samuel. So
Now week 3 he won't
so
be.
who's gonna get him the ball?
Yeah, he won't be week 3.
Let me just give props to Bob making a comment telling Wink that the city of Baltimore has 10 football championships. How many? 10.
Say it with your chest, Bob.
10. That's right. That's right. Shoot, you know what I got?
What's that, man? Why is it that when the Colts won their championships, right? They won their championships here. Why is it that we can't claim they were the Baltimore Colts when they won? Why can't we claim those championships?
I claim them. See,
Well, the city can claim them, but the NFL, they can't claim an NFL because when Irsay took the team, he took all the records and everything and refused to give them back.
you claim it as a city, but the Colts. I mean, it's the Colts. Right. Here's my thing, man. If I was a Cleveland fan, I have no problem claiming championships before the Super Bowl because the Steelers sucked in the 30s, in the 40s, in the 50s, and somebody please tell the Steelers that the NFL did not start with Mean Joe Green. Please tell them that the NFL was going on before that. It was professional football before Mean Joe Green because that's the only thing they know. And if you talk to a Patriots fan, they're sitting there going, y'all talking about championships in another century. You know what I mean? So if I'm Cleveland, Cleveland was beating up on Pittsburgh when they had Jim Brown and running around in 30, 40. You know what I mean? So I'm claiming all championships because the team that has the most championships is Green Bay. That's the team with the most championships. I don't give a damn if
what?
Green Bay. Who's got more championships than Green Bay?
Green Bay has more Super Bowls, but I don't know where you get these championships from for them.
If you look, before the Super Bowl, right? The Super Bowl was a championship, right?
Yeah.
Championships when the Steelers were playing in 1935, weren't they playing for a championship?
No, the Steelers sucked up until the 70s. The Steelers historically sucked for like decades up until.
Exactly. That's my point. I don't want to talk about that.
But Green Bay won one championship, I think, under Curly Lambeau, and I think they won 2 championships under Vince Lombardi before they won 2 Super Bowls, and then they have 2 more Super Bowls. That still doesn't equate to what Pittsburgh's got 6.
But there were championships before the Super Bowl. Just saying.
Pittsburgh didn't win any of those. No. They had, I think, 2.
Shit till the Super Bowl. They didn't win nothing. They ain't got nothing before. They sucked for almost 5 decades. They got nothing. Now I can't remember and that'll be my homework. I'm gonna get you we're gonna count all championships for everybody. Well, I'm gonna count them all. So if the league was going on in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, there was a champion. Somewhere there was a champion. I don't know who they were because I didn't keep up with it.
Chicago won a lot of championships. Okay. Because they started the game, right? So they won a lot of championships.
But Cleveland won something, and I can't remember because I can't believe I'm about.
Cleveland won. All right, so before the Super Bowl, Cleveland Browns were in an old American football league. All American Football League.
Okay.
Which was an upstart league, and they were winning championships, but it wasn't considered the NFL. When they joined the NFL, they won a couple championships. They beat the Steelers out of the Philadelphia Eagles, who were considered all great everything. And then they won championships under Paul Brown, but the last last championship they won was in 1964.
Was that like a Jim Brown year?
Yeah, it was during the Jim Brown years. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they've never won a Super Bowl, but
right.
So they've never won anything in the Super Bowl era, but they have championships before the Super Bowl era. But they only have like 1 or 2 NFL championships in the once they join the NFL.
Right. Shelly's saying the Browns have 8 championships. So I don't know. You're saying 2 of them was during the NFL? Is that what you're saying, Yale?
Yeah, I think only 2, maybe 3 came after they joined the NFL.
Oh, wait a minute.
Check. I don't have my computer up right now. I can't Google search it.
Wait a minute. Wink made some comments and he's mad at me because I did. Oh, wait a minute, Wink. I'm scrolling back right now. Let me see. I did mention that you said it's blatant disrespect when referring to the New England Patriots. Y'all best remember y'all role. That's why we're on this topic now. And then next he says, I can respect the fact it's too bad the NFL doesn't agree. Wait a minute. I'm not reading that. Wait a minute. Make sure I didn't leave something else. Yeah, Shelly says 4 NFL and 4 AAFC championships.
All American Football Conference.
Yeah. Oh, we're trying to crack on Baltimore. Bruh, we talking about our city, man. And that's not even to mention the USFL. Look, any team that the Stallions and the Canadian team, what was the other team? Any team that comes to Baltimore, we get
the Spurs or Stars or something.
The Stars.
Yes.
Stars.
Yes. You come here, you're gonna win a championship in football. It's just how it is. We okay. All pro teams that have been here have won. That's all I'm saying. Thank you. Good night. All right. Back to my point is that if I'm a fan of the Orioles, I am not a fan of always counting Super Bowls, counting World Series, but I'm a fan of we are current. We've won recent. You know what I mean? I usually will argue for my team and fight for my team, and I never if arguing with a Browns fan, I never throw out, well, we got 2 Super Bowl wins. I don't do that. I just talk about your sorry ass organization versus, you know what I mean, and just go at that. But if you talk to fill in the blank, Patriots, Steelers, hell, Lakers,
we got
Celtics,
6 rings.
Yeah, Yankees. That's what they when you dig and you make them count championships, you are winning an argument, and I stand by that because that means that's their ace in the hole. When they go there, it's like, all right, let me pull this out. What you want to say about that? That's the way I see it. So I have never argued with a Bengals fan or anybody who has less than 2 championships. I never pull that card out. And only when I do, it's because somebody has said something first. So, like, if a Steeler fan does say, then I gotta go. Okay, when we were the Baltimore Ravens, since Baltimore Ravens have been here, we have the exact same amount of rings as you. Then it go, well, before that you was Cleveland, and then I got to go back and say, well, shit, Cleveland won championships, and now that Shelly's updated me, because that's how you got to fight with people like that. Or you want to, or I have to say, well, wait a minute, y'all combined with the Eagles. So y'all was, don't act like y'all were always Pittsburgh. You gotta Google a lot of shit for these dumbass arguments that some of these people make, man.
And when your team gets moved here, why we gotta be that team? We're no longer the Browns. We're the Ravens.
I totally agree. And when we won our Super Bowl, guess what? There was a Cleveland Browns team when the Baltimore Ravens won the first Super Bowl. So I hear the same stuff over.
And then the other point I would like to make is, what's the name of our team? Baltimore Ravens, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the Indianapolis team?
Colts.
So we can still say that they're our team. You know what I mean? They didn't change their identity. The organization moved to Baltimore, right? But we had to revamp everything.
Well, we didn't keep anything.
Right. That's
so we know Cleveland. Jim Brown is not in our has nothing to do with the Baltimore Ravens. But the Colts kept the Colts, man. It's like the Raiders are in Vegas. All that Raiders stuff. If you're going back to Lyle, what's his name, Alzado or whatever, you going to Bo Jackson. He's that's Los Angeles Raiders stuff because they kept the name, the logo, and all of that and whatnot. But I'm just saying, I'm not pulling out championships.
Sometimes it's not a matter of keeping it. So, you can't claim any of Cleveland stuff because Art Modell gave all their records and everything back to the city of Cleveland.
Right.
So we can't be called the Cleveland Championship for our first Super Bowl. That's the Ravens Super Bowl. The Colts Super Bowl, is it one or two they've won? They've won one Super Bowl since they've been in Indianapolis.
Right.
But they refused to give the records back to the city. They kept the name and they kept the records. So the Baltimore Super Bowl, the Baltimore Colts Super Bowl is the Baltimore Colts Super Bowl. They can claim it as they want, but they can't call it the Indianapolis Colts Super Bowl. It's still the Baltimore Colts Super Bowl. So the Baltimore Colts have a Super Bowl and World Championships before the merger.
Mm-hmm.
So, they can say all they want. The Colts do have championships, but that's Baltimore Colts.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like what we talked about with the Orioles before they became the Orioles. They were what teams?
I think it was St. Louis Browns before they came to Baltimore. They were St. Louis.
Right, but did they win anything as the St. Louis
Not
Browns?
That,
no.
Yeah, that was not that I know of. That's a good question too. I got a lot of work to do. All right, yo, I didn't realize that till now. All right, we roll through this real quick. So we got the Browns at 1-2. They losing to the Bengals, losing to the Steelers, but they're gonna beat Tennessee. Then as we go to week 4, they're losing to the Ravens. I'm not even gonna ask y'all that. They losing to that one. Then I can say it's like a Browns helmet. How they playing the Browns? So they got to bye in week 5. They're gonna need it. Huh?
I feel sorry for them.
Yeah, that's way early. The NFL just needs to go on and just give 2 bye weeks, man. Go ahead and add another game because that's what they're trying to do anyway. And then and just give 2 byes. That's what they need to do. So bye week 5, week 6, they go into the 49ers. Are we feeling an L for that?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna lose. Now here's an interesting one. Are they good enough to beat the Colts in week 7?
Yeah. I don't think the Colts are in that mode of winning a lot right now.
You feeling like the Colts probably get a top 3 pick at the end of when the season's over?
Yeah, they'll have a top 5 pick.
Top 5, okay. We there. All right. So they can beat the Colts. Then they got they go away to Seattle. Or they're away for the Colts too. Then they go to Seattle Seahawks. Can they beat the Seahawks?
I don't think so.
I wrote an L down already. But then week 9, they got I don't know if Arizona can beat anybody. So Arizona, okay.
No, Arizona ain't gonna beat them.
Yeah, so the Colts so Arizona, we already giving them the number 1 pick probably.
Yeah, them in Houston.
Yes. So, and I got a friend of mine who's a Houston fan. I got to talk to him about that. See if I can get him in here. I think he's accepted their reality. Anyway, week 10, they got Baltimore. I'm already putting an L down. I'm not even going to ask y'all about that. And so they got Baltimore and then the Steelers back to back. Did we say the Steelers are going to sweep the Browns? Are we feeling that?
No, we said we were going to split. We said to split the Browns.
All right. I'm going to give them a win for that one since they're home. And then, wait a minute, did they already? Oh, yeah, okay, that's right. We already gave them an L. Okay. All right, week 12. Denver. I forgot about Denver. What's Denver going to be like?
That's a good question. Nobody knows. We're going to see what Sean Payton can do with Russ.
Yeah. You know what? I haven't really done a lot of right now. Everybody, what I do is I kind of go to everybody's website and look at comments for all the teams. Right now, for the most part, except for most people are all into that, we're good enough to make the playoffs. Everybody's feeling like that right now. You know what I mean? So, and with Sean Payton, and all I see him doing is just taking over and showing command that he's going to be the head coach. I don't really know, but let's go my head. I think they lose. Bengals got to beat somebody.
Denver.
I think
Denver has receivers. I don't know what their running game's gonna be like. I definitely don't know what their defense is gonna be like.
That was my question. The defense.
Denver's a wild card. We just don't know yet.
Okay.
Might end up being a tie.
All right, since we're on the fence, I'm gonna give them the W. We're not all in agreement, so I'm gonna give them a W for that. All right, next we got going into week 13. They got the Rams.
They're gonna beat the Rams.
I was gonna say that it's a tough division. So even though we calling them the bottom of the barrel, they're gonna really beat up on some folks around the league.
All right. Then week 13, they come home and they got Jacksonville.
They're gonna lose to Jacksonville.
I snuck an L in there, but then they got a to be announced home game against the Bears.
Oh, they'll beat the Bears. The Bears in strict rebuilding mode.
They done got rid of their poor quarterback, but I don't care. Okay. Then they got Houston. They can beat Houston.
Mm-hmm.
It'll probably be a close game. And then they got a Thursday night game. I forgot all about this team. They got a Thursday night game against the Jets.
Oh, they're gonna lose to the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets gonna put some whoop ass on them.
All right. And then their final game is away game against the Bengals. I guess it depends on if the Bengals locked up wherever they are.
Yeah, I told you
they're
the
not
Bengals.
good enough to beat the Bengals.
The Bengals gonna sweep them.
All right.
The Bengals gonna sweep them.
Well, the count so far is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can 8 and 9. That sounds kind of high, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah, but it's still not gonna be able to. It's not gonna be good enough. They may be going to the wild card
because we gave Steelers 9. They ain't getting on no wild card. We ain't getting all the 4 teams in the wild in the playoffs. All right, finally, before we head out of here, and that's Ice. You hear me crunching on, so Roc, I don't want him getting upset with what he hears. Ice, we're now going to the Bengals. What's up, Nicole? I see Nicole is back. You got something to say, Roc, about gangster?
Nope, not at all.
What about you, Yale? You got anything to say?
Mm-hmm. I just hope she shared some of my ribs with her uncle.
Oh. Nicole, did you share any ribs? Yale is asking this question. Did you share any ribs with your uncle? Did you share? We all want to know. That's Yale asking now. That's not me. But I'm curious to see as to what you would say. What you think? What's the under over? What do you think?
He said, "What's the under over?"
All right, anyway. All right, back to us. All right, we're going to look over this real quick here. Cincinnati. All right, quick question. Cincinnati, are they splitting with the Ravens?
Yes.
It's going to come down to us and them for the division championship. So let's go over their schedule quick.
I'm going to eliminate division right now. Are they sweeping the Browns?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, because I'm going to put those W's in. And with Pittsburgh, they sweeping Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are they going to win any games against Baltimore?
No. Well, yeah, we said they was going to split with
Baltimore. Okay. All right, their first game. We already said they're playing Cleveland, so we're saying they're going to sweep Cleveland. And then their next game is the home game against Baltimore, so I'm going to give them the home game.
They home against us?
The first game. Remember, Cincinnati's home. We're doing Cincinnati's schedule.
Yeah. No, I think we said Baltimore get them first game.
No, first game we play is Houston.
No, I'm saying the first time we played Cincinnati, I thought we all agreed that Baltimore was going to be fired up.
No, I'm just doing that in the purposes of splitting. So you want me to give them the L?
No.
And then,
all right, now.
If
what you doing?
If they're splitting, They're gonna win one and lose one.
Right.
So I'm gonna give them the L then now and then give them a W later.
Yes.
All right. They got the Rams. That's a win.
That's a win.
All right. Then they go on the road to Tennessee. Damn.
That's a win.
Tennessee is Arizona. Shit.
That's a win.
So 4-1.
Yes.
Go week 6. They go to Seattle.
That's a
They
win.
could win that game.
Yeah, that's a win.
All right. It's gonna be tight. We got them at 5-1, and then guess what? They got a bye week 7.
Damn. Everybody got that. We the only ones got our bye at the right time.
That works out for us. Works out for us.
It was. I mean, who did we say somebody had week 4? Was that the Browns? I mean, that's early. Week 5 something. Anyway, their bye week is week 7, but they get the bye and then they go out west to the 49ers.
That's gonna be a tough game for them. That can go either way. That's gonna be a tough game for them. Plus, they traveling
But they'll be rested though.
because it's after a bye.
Yeah, I think they might. They could.
Depends on who's San Francisco's quarterback is and how they're playing. But San Francisco's going to be a problem for everybody.
So what you thinking, L? You thinking L, right, Rod?
I don't know. That could be.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a pick 'em game.
Yeah.
All right. Whenever we go pick them, I'm gonna give them the win. Not that I want to, but just
Okay.
then. Oh shoot! Then they go to Buffalo. Well, they're gonna lose one of
They're
those
gonna lose
games.
that game.
All right.
Yeah.
And then to make them feel better, they go to Houston. Oh, they got Houston at home, rather.
Yeah, they can get that game.
Yeah, they'll feel a little better. Wouldn't it be great? It's a short week. Some more. But they're at home. All right, so we already said they're going to split. I'll give them a W for that. All right, so
It's a short week for us too. Who do we have that Sunday?
you going to make me dig for another piece of paper.
It's right here.
You got one too?
It's right there in front of you. It's right here.
Okay, well, you hold that one. I got one.
All right.
All right, what do we say? That's week 10. We got the Browns.
We got the Browns before them.
Right.
And I know we said we was gonna split with them, but that's coming off of a victory with the Browns. But that's also a short week.
So it's a chance we might sweep them too.
Yeah.
But we'll stick with it.
Right. That's anything's possible with those two teams because they're gonna both be playing good football.
Yeah. People will win, but then right after that, well, that's almost like a little bye week. That week 12, they got Pittsburgh.
Sweeping.
We're right. You're right. Damn it. All right. Then Monday night, they got Jacksonville.
They're Jacksonville. They're better than Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, but you know that's late in the season, and you know how Jacksonville like to be spoilers, man.
What do you know right now, Yale, about Jacksonville's defense?
Jacksonville's defense should be good.
Where are they strongest? Corners, linebackers?
Front 7, I think, are pretty good.
Okay. Well, that's what you need. All right, so you think they can beat Jacksonville?
We got a linebacker named Josh Allen who's really good.
Yeah, this schedule ain't looking like I wanted to look. All right, our schedule is tougher as we're going over this. So after Jacksonville, they got the Colts. Then after the Colts, they got the Vikings. What? Oh shoot, I don't remember the Vikings situation. What are they? Are they good?
Depends on what they do with their running back. The Vikings are up and coming team. Kirk Cousins is the problem that they have. Will they be still rolling with him? Their receivers are really good, really good. The question is, I don't know if their defense can hang with Cincinnati's offense. So I'm going to say it's going to be a really tough game. Who do they play after the Vikings?
After the Vikings, Pittsburgh.
They're going to beat the Vikings and then lose to Pittsburgh. I thought they would sweep the Pittsburgh, but they're not. If they're going to play Pittsburgh after the Vikings, they're going to be worn out.
So you say beat the Vikings, lose to Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Okay. That makes a difference. And then after Pittsburgh,
Or what does it lose to the Vikings and beat Pittsburgh? Beat Pittsburgh. Close game against the Vikings, hard fought game.
And they play in Pittsburgh. And then after Pittsburgh, it's Kansas City.
That's a loss.
Yeah, they get ready to go on. They get ready to go on a 2-game, maybe 3-game losing streak.
And in week 15, 16, and 17. Then week 18, they go against Cleveland. Which
they'll get right against Cleveland.
Shit, that's still a good season. So we got them.
Oh, they're gonna have a good season. Don't get it twisted. They're gonna have a good season.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got them like us. We got them with 13 wins. Their schedule looks a little easier than ours for some reason.
The schedule is easier than ours, I think.
Yeah. Look, I got some stuff to look up. I got to do some serious investigation, man. Wait a minute. Let me do a quick, while y'all here, let me do a quick Orioles check. Let me click this button real quick. Come on, give me good news. Damn, it's still 2-2.
What inning?
Top of the 6th. That means the Orioles are about coming up to hit. Damn. Let me make sure. Yeah, that picture will work. Thanks there, Sir Roc. Yeah, bro. I hope you coming out, man. I hope for sure you're coming out. Oh wait, man, Mr.
We finish this up. I really got to finish up, man.
Oh yeah. That's it. We finished there. All 3 teams. So we got them at 13-4.
Only 2 teams are coming out of 2 teams in our division are going to the playoffs, and that's us in Cincinnati.
Yes,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Kansas City is going to be the only team in their division going to the playoffs. Whoever's going to win the South is going to the playoffs. And then you got the Jets, Miami, and Buffalo are going to win the AFC East. Are going to be the playoff teams from the AFC East.
Okay.
And 7 teams, right?
Yeah. I'm feeling that. All right. Well, I like our chances. I was hoping we come away with at least the Orioles having a lead. And when's the next time you're going to pay us a visit, man? Any idea?
To be determined. So let me just say this because no one knew this. At last show we did last Tuesday. On Thursday, my old man had a minor stroke.
Oh, wow.
And was in Howard County General Hospital. He had a pacemaker inserted or implanted, however that is worked out, and he was able to go home today. But I gotta go take care of some stuff.
I'm sorry to hear it. But
prayers are with him.
Yeah, he said the prayer. Is he doing better?
He's doing much better. He was very lucky. He had gone to Giant to buy a card, and he wasn't feeling right. And you know how we do, especially men.
Yeah.
He was talking to himself about how he was feeling. He sat down on the bench in Giant, and he was saying, "Something's not right. I don't know." And one of the employees overheard him talking to himself and walked up to him and said, "Can I help you? You don't look okay. Everything okay?" And he said, "No, it's not. I think I need to go home, but I can't get myself together." And they said, "We need to call you an ambulance. Can call you an ambulance, 911." He said, "Yeah, please do that." And that's what saved him. Had he tried to make it home, he wouldn't have made it. So
wow.
Yeah. There's a message there, man. I'm glad someone overheard him, and recognized that there was a situation.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Yes.
So, but anyway, fellas, I'm gonna try to listen to the rest of the show, but I got a boogie.
Well, it ain't gonna be too much more, man. Roc doesn't have anything to eat, so I guess it's time to go.
I did want to I'm gonna let Yale go, but I wanted us to talk about two things.
All right, fellas.
All right now.
The trial of Travis Rudolph, and also I wanted to talk about that dumbness of John Moran.
I need y'all to understand something. Y'all see Roc just don't want to go home. Like,
Next week.
No, I can't do that to you. Y'all see Roc. That's all I'm saying. But I want to hear what he got to say.
Yeah, what the people had to say, man, because I think this is the most asinine.
What's the first part? You said two things.
Yeah, Travis Rudolph,
Okay.
the ex-NFL player that's on trial for murder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the most asinine trial ever.
I forgot to look into that. Refresh everybody's memory.
He was dating a young lady. Him and the young lady got into an argument. This is the Cliff Notes version.
Mm-hmm.
Him and the young lady got into an argument. The young lady was upset. She put her hands on him. He asked her to leave, escorted her out of his house. She then calls her brother, two brothers, and two other young men, and told them to go over to his house and shoot his shit up. Her exact words.
Mm-hmm.
They came over to his house.
Did you see any of it? The
I've been watching
video?
it daily.
You saw the video?
Yes.
Okay.
They proceeded to come to his house.
Mm-hmm.
The four men. When they came to his house, they knocked on the door. His brother came out.
Mm-hmm.
They asked for him. His brother was like, "No, it's not going to happen." They then proceeded to jump on the brother. So the four men are jumping on the brother. He comes out the house. When he comes out the house, they all are fighting now.
Mm-hmm.
One of the brothers that came to attack him pulls a gun.
Mm.
He retreats back in his house and gets his gun, which happened to be a lot bigger with a whole lot more bullets.
Mm-hmm.
And he proceeded to let loose.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up hitting one of the brothers and killing one of the guys that was dead. So now he's on trial for murder.
Okay.
And I mean, I just been watching the trial, and it's just asinine. I was hoping some of our listeners and viewers have been up on it also, just so we could have got their views and opinions of it. But maybe they can catch it this week, and we can.
I need to definitely watch it. When's the last time you watched any of it?
I watch it every day. I watched it today.
You saw something today?
Yeah, it's all over TikTok. It's on CNN. You can just, if you put an NFL player on trial on TikTok, everything will come up.
Okay.
And you can catch yourself up on it.
Okay. Because I know I used to go to like Court TV, went to catch it live.
Yeah.
But on TikTok you can catch it like from the beginning or whatever. You think it's on YouTube too?
Yes, it's on YouTube as well. And then the other was the dumbness between John Moran. Did you realize now he's trying to say it was a toy gun?
Bro, I didn't hear him say that, but I know
he's trying to. They gave him a 30-game suspension, and now he's trying to say that it was a toy gun. It wasn't even a real gun, bruh. Get real. Like, if it was really truly a toy gun, that would have been the first thing you said.
Immediately.
You wouldn't apologize or anything. That would have been it's not real. It's a toy gun. So you wait till after you're punished for the crime to say, I didn't commit a crime. Mm-hmm. You would have said, I didn't commit a crime when they told you committed a crime.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's wait a minute. Let me see something. Bob says I can announce. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I read it before. Oh, he says he can announce it. JC Films posted it. I am cast as a judge in the Great Train Robbery.
Wow.
Created West Virginia. I will be in a scene with Dean Cain, aka Superman, next week. Remember, Dean? Did you ever watch Lois and Clark?
Yes.
Yeah, I love the Superman series. I watched them all. So, I'm definitely gonna make sure everybody watches that. You let us know when we can actually see it.
See it, yes. Because we might have a watch party or something.
Yes. I will say this. Bob was in the scene. These people got together and do Tales from the Void.
Okay.
And it's remember like Tales from the Crypt and Creep Show and all that kind of stuff where they would have horror shows. Like it'd be like Johnny was like the host and they did 3 clips. Remember like Tales from the Hood?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So Bob was a police officer. I don't even want to give it away, man. I just know it was funny to me. He was like, I'm only going to be in it for a second. It was, the time he was in was funny for me. And it was great sitting next to Bob when it happened. Bob, am I allowed to say like what you did? Do you care? Can I talk about that scene? Bob has that. I mean, Bob has that. I can see him looking like a judge too. You got that authority look.
Yeah.
That look of authority.
Bob, we proud of you, babe.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Can I talk about your scene? Do you care? I'm gonna keep it good because I didn't think he'd be on here this long. But that was one other thing you wanted to talk about, man.
That was it.
No. Sir. Scooter, yes.
Put the mint. Oh my God, Frank.
Him. Probation.
Oh, Javante. Yeah, you did. Glad you reminded me, man. For those that don't know, Javante was violated for his home arrest, and they have checked him in the Baltimore City jail. Tank. Yeah.
Tank.
But here's the violation. When he was sentenced to house arrest, he was sentenced to have to stay with his manager trainer, right, Coach Calvin, which lives in a 2-bedroom apartment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, 2-bedroom condo, whichever you choose to call.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got Tank, Coach Calvin, right?
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the training staff,
Mm-hmm.
security.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not even talking about the fact that Tank has kids and things like that may want to come by. So what Tank did, Tank acquired another property, and I don't know why it even matters, but it was $300,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where he was going to serve out the remainder of his 90 days on house arrest, right?
Mm-hmm.
The judge found out about this and then checked him back in. So now he has to serve the rest of his 90 days in Baltimore City jail.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't understand. This is the problem. Everybody keeps saying, "Man, you dumb. You should have did this." I don't think his lawyers and his camp is dumb enough to just say you're gonna walk out this house and walk into that house. It had to be some type of communication with the courts, even before he acquired the property. We don't know the insider. We're just saying, man, you dumb. You couldn't sit in the house for 90 days. You got to remember, he don't think he's above the law. He didn't just walk out the house. Only thing he wanted to do was just have his house arrest moved to another situation so he could continue to work. It would have been almost like work release. But the first thing we want to think of is, oh man, he moved into a $300,000 house. He's trying to make it comfortable while he's on house arrest. Let's think about this for a second. Think about this for a second. This man is a multi-millionaire. So a $300,000 house is not luxury to him. That's just a bigger apartment.
Right. Here's the thing, and Nicole said it. You got to notify the judge and get authorization from the courts before you do it.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm almost certain that his lawyers just didn't. The fact that his lawyers got him off of the charges and he only had to serve 90 days say that his lawyers are pretty smart. So I don't think they just had him pack up and move to another house. You know what I mean?
So who did it?
What I'm thinking, what may have happened is he acquired the property, and once he acquired the property, he may have acquired the property before notifying the courts and all. And then once he acquired the property and asked them to move, that's when the judge decided to violate it. I don't think he just walked out, because for one, if he'd just walked out the house, the alarm would have went off. And he'd have been checked in instantly.
But apparently, women. Nicole says, Annie called the judge crazy. They have it on tape.
Yeah, she is crazy.
Well, that's not smart though.
But that was after she had already checked him in.
But I mean, that ain't gonna help your cause on the appeal and everything. And she said they did not. He did it on his own. Nicole said he did it on his own. That is.
So if he just up and did it on his own, the moment he stepped outside that apartment, he'd have been at risk and escape. So what I'm saying is they would have picked him up for that as opposed to just moving to the apartment. You see what I'm saying? His violation is the whole $300,000 property he bought, not the escape charge.
Wait a minute. Oh, so let me make sure I understand. You're saying that he can't buy anything while he's in the house?
That's what the judge is saying.
Shelly's saying, who is the judge? Because I don't know, but
he mentioned her name. He mentioned her name. I would have to go back to watch the.
But so it's his parole violation is buying a house.
Is acquiring the property. That's why she checked him in. Because let's think about it for a second. If he just left the condo and went to the new property he bought, his charge will be escape.
It's not escape. It's violating.
It's escape. The moment he goes out to
escape from where?
Because he's on home detention. He's on an ankle monitor. So the moment he sets foot out that apartment, it becomes an escape. That's what his charge would have been.
So his charge is buying property.
She violated him because he acquired the property.
All right, now you making me do. I got some stuff I got to check. Anybody, Shelly, Nicole, anybody got any more comments in reference to that? Because I definitely have to look into that myself, and then we'll start with that next week. We'll start with that unless something crazy happens with the Orioles and the Ravens. I definitely want to start with that because I got to look that up. And you're saying, and you're in the trial. I got to look at the both. Actually, I got to look at all three of these.
Yes,
I got to look at all three. But I don't know exactly what the charge is. Somebody Google it real quick. Okay, here we go. Just looked it up. Judge Handy. Oh shit! How about this just cut right off? Wait a minute. I'm coming back. As soon as it popped up.
Oh, Shelly says she knows the judge. The judge is very fair.
So what was the?
So Shelly, give us the exact charge that caused the violation.
Yeah, we're gonna hold on since you got it, and then I'm gonna do a quick O's check while we here. Orioles tell me they were 2-2, and it's the bottom of the sixth.
The bottom of the sixth.
Yeah, so they just got. I don't know if anybody was on base. I'm not doing the play-by-play. It just made me mad. It just made me mad. All right, so I'm back on here. Yeah, let us know what the charge is if you can find out, Shelly Shell.
Because with him being on home detention, though, Troy, like if you and I was on home detention and we was supposed to.
Wait a minute, she said she'll call her this week to get her take, at least whatever she can share. Shelly,
you the best, Shelly.
Yes, and we love for you to call in if you can, but if not, text along something we can quote and we'll read it right out. That'll be
even better. We get an exclusive.
Yeah, well, I'm calling it exclusive. Yeah. We won't call it that. Call in. You know the judge ain't gonna come on the air, but whatever you can say, and then let her know if it's cool. We can. Don't just answer and then tell us. Don't say nothing about the show.
Right. We don't want to. we don't. It's not that we want to beat up the judge or badger the judge.
No,
we want to put clarity out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here at WMEG, we like to share both sides.
Yeah. Well, we just want the truth is the truth.
The truth is the truth. Right.
So whoever is whoever, but I want to know what the charge was and all that, and I'm gonna try to look up some stuff. But I would love to hear from the judge. That's pretty cool, Shelly. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We'll have your picture added next week.
Yeah, Shelly the goat.
Yeah. Yeah, we found Lenise and Sheila. We ain't heard from them too.
I'm so glad I actually went out my way and drove for 3.5 hours to take Shelly some of my smoked turkey.
Oh, Lord.
That was one of the smartest decisions I made.
Why we got to lie? How far did you drive? Because there's a lie. How far did you drive?
2.5 hours. In rush hour traffic. I made sure she got her smoked turkey.
You got to go, bro. See, don't you like looking over this?
It's Tuesday.
She even typed in 15 minutes.
Well, it felt like 2.5 hours.
Why? Why did it feel like that?
Because it was traffic.
Were you talking to yourself?
No. I was trying to use the GPS to find where she was located.
It was not 2 hours. It was not.
But the fact remains, she was able to get the smoked turkey.
Yeah. If you just actually say the true part, you'd be all right, bro. But it's the lies. I can't even call it exaggeration anymore. It's lies. The lies. And that was a Candy. The lies. All right, y'all. Well, we getting ready to break out of here,
Man,
man.
we've been out here this early in a long time.
Wait, man. Rock drove up the hill both ways. This is bootleg cassettes to the Boy Scouts.
Bob said he wasn't gonna be on long tonight.
And then Nicole said first he said 3.5 hours, the 2, and then 2.5. It's like you don't. If we keep asking you to be like a minute.
The fact remains, Shelly put out a bad call and I answered.
That's the fact.
Yes.
That's all we going with. We ain't saying nothing else.
Nope, nothing else. I was there for my friend.
Yo, they look. Let me do another score before we get on. Let me see. Is it still? Oh shoot! It better be 2-2 because we coming up. It's time to gain some ground now. Time to gain some ground, bro. With that being said, we're about to sneak on out of here. I appreciate y'all being here. So keep in mind, we got homework for next week. We're gonna find out about the judge. She said she can't find the charge. Roc might be making something up. We're gonna find out. You might be accurate. I don't know. Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, right. So on the 10th, before we roll one more time, we got 2 things going on this Saturday. Technically 3. I'm sorry, I left something out. First Saturday, 12 o'clock, Polak Johnny's. Wait a minute. I don't know if I can find it. We got Roc. Oh, that's right, because I logged out. We got Roc, DJ Roc, in the Polak Johnny eating contest. They're going to open up a Polak Johnny's restaurant. So anybody from Baltimore over a certain age, you understand Polak Johnny. This is not some derogatory name or whatever. This is all about hot dogs of the greatest flavor, man, and fries. And he's gonna have and the works. Y'all don't understand. But anybody from Baltimore, growing up in Baltimore, over the age, what do we say? At least 35, right?
35 at least.
At least 35 years old. You need to know. However, bring the kids, bring everybody, because
Baltimore tradition.
It is, and to have the store and to go in there to just experience some great eating, and there's going to be vendors. I mean, for me, there's going to be a DJ. There's going to be a band. There's going to be some entertainment, and I'm excited about seeing DJ Roc Nyce in the Polak Johnny eating contest. Right. Yeah, you know, if I'm not mistaken, you might eat them plain.
I hope so.
Yeah, you
without the bun or with the bun.
You think it's without the bun?
Yeah,
I can't recall. I think it's without the bun, but if so, you can do some damage, right?
I can get a couple down.
All right, we're not gonna hold you to a number, but we're gonna be ready, and that's gonna be at Sparrows Point. I'm struggling trying to find because Bob sent me the address.
It's early on in the comments.
Yeah, I'm scrolling all the way back, and I cannot find it. But either way, I know, and I was there. I think I could at least remember the street. But I promise you, I will share it a couple of times. But not only that, and speaking of Bob said I can mention his scene. Let me tell you this real quick before I tell you what else we're going to do next Saturday. In this scene, it's in the particular. Remember, I told you it's three short films, right? Horror films. So the one Bob was in. Now the guy that played the mayor that was here, the mayor of Baltimore, when he came in. So he is doing he's like filming himself going through a house, and a house that's supposed to be haunted and whatnot, right?
Right.
So basically there's certain things that are happening, you know, furniture moving, all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? So the house is possessed or whatever. So anyway, somebody calls the police. Cop. Bob is a cop. And he comes in with B Moore's son, if I'm not mistaken, who he'll be performing at Polak Johnny's too. Rapper, he'll be performing. So Bob and B Moore's son come in, you know, cops. They come in, they got their flashlights, right? And they're going in through the patio, right? B Moore goes first. Bob is behind them. They got their guns drawn, trying to see if everything's all right, right? Something happens. Something moved or whatever. Something happens, right? Bob is out. It's like, next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, Bob runs off the patio down the step, B. More Sun is behind. He's back up. I mean, it's clearly the supervisor. But thank you, Bob. 7216 North Point Road. Thank you so much, Sparrow Point. I will say that one more time. 7216 North Point Road. Pollock Johnny's. Man, he's going to do well because it's near a high school and across the street from another school. Man, that place will do well. But Bob ran out of there, man. And the funny thing is, I'm sitting there, and Awani's with me. We're sitting there watching it, and I'm excited because it's Bob, right? I'm excited because Bob's in there. He doesn't say a word. And when he runs out of there, man, you just die laughing. I thought it was hilarious, man. It's a great scene. It's a great scene. And as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna have to I'm gonna cut that clip and put it on the King Brodie page.
Okay.
I hope I don't get in trouble for it, but I'm gonna clip it and put it on there, man. The actual film is on Tubi, so you can watch the whole thing for free. So it's actually, yeah, you can actually watch the whole thing. But I'm gonna have to put that spot on there, man. And not finally, but the second thing we're gonna do Saturday is Gemini Jazz, and I want to do it justice, but I'm gonna let you take over the comments for that, bro.
Yeah. Saturday from 6 to 10 p.m., we're going to be at the Orion Club. The Orion Club is located at 1101 Fillmore Street. It's going to be in East Baltimore, man, featuring the Vintage Band and Ralph Magwood. Also, we got other special artists that's going to be in the building performing, and yours truly going to be on the ones and twos, bringing the pain, man.
You playing the whole song this time?
Yes, man. I'm going to give him the whole song, man. I'm gonna play YMCA at least 6 times.
As long as you play the whole song, man. I need to do the march. Are you listening to me? I say, young man. Look, that's all I need, man.
Yeah, the tickets are $30 a piece, man. It's from 6 to 10 p.m. They do have food on the premises as well as a full service bar. Come on out, have some grown folks fun. If you're a Gemini, come on, celebrate your birthday with us, man. We're gonna have a good time.
Geminis are loca like a person. But okay. And I'm looking forward to it. The band is gonna be good, and I'm sure the DJ is gonna be nice too.
Yep.
I'm sure the DJ gonna be nice. But just when I'm thinking I'm getting rid of you, man, I'm gonna see you Sunday. I forgot all.
Oh, I gotta bring my fancy hat with the feather. Yes, we didn't even mention that. Forgive us, please give us info on that, man.
It is going. It's going to be in Towson, right?
Yes.
At the Sheraton.
Yes. I haven't had my pinky out.
I actually DJ'd in that room, man. The room is perfect for you. Have you seen it?
Is that the room we was in before?
No. This room, look, you walk into this room, glass doors, walk straight in, hardwood floors, straight, all the way back, and the people will be sitting on the side. You will be set up straight back, got 100 outlets.
Okay.
The area is perfect for that, man. Like I said, I did it with what I do. Your setup is going to be nice. You point your speakers on east side, however you want to do it.
So we're going to have tea and biscuits.
Say it again?
We're going to have tea and biscuits.
3-2, thank goodness. Bottom of the 7. Give me some applause.
All right.
I caught you off guard. Yes. Oh, let me get my Oreo bird running around real quick. Run with your flag up. Run. All right, we win it 3-2. I needed that. So the setup for you, man, is going to be phenomenal. It's perfect. And the floor is wide. So if you got a cart or anything, you carrying everything.
I'm not taking a whole lot, so I might. Is it a long walk? Because I'll bring my cart.
The problem it is. What's long about it is that there's doors. You know where the doors are.
Yeah.
The spot is right in the middle. That's the part. So you have technically a long walk, but if you're wheeling stuff, it's easy because it's hardwood floors in there. The problem is if it was at one end or the other, it'd be great. I'd say if you got a cart.
Okay, we'll make it happen.
Yeah. The setup's gonna be lovely, man. Okay. And the way they decorate, the way those women are, it's gonna be awesome. That's for NCW. Is it T for 2 or is that the name of it?
I don't know, just something T. I don't remember the exact name.
Yeah. Zay Flowers tweeted a hammy. This is why we need strong depth because of injuries. A friend of mine in North Carolina Well, I should say he's not really a friend, but he's a Ravens fan in North Carolina. He said there must be something with that turf in Owings Mills. He ain't never been to Owings Mills, but I thought it was funny. He keeps up with it. There's something going on, but a tweak is something we can fix. And maybe I don't know if he's trying too hard because you got to. You're trying to prove yourself. You first round. You know what I mean? But hopefully they get that fixed. And that's even more of a reason to
Get D hot.
grab somebody. So Orioles still up 3-2. One more time. Throw that Oriole bird. All right. Anyway, so I'll be hanging with you all weekend, man. Again.
I know.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I know. I'm thrilled. I'm ecstatic.
I'm gonna see what we're gonna do with food. Hopefully, if the food will be coming from the room, you'll be in the middle. Are you working it by yourself?
Yes.
So you're gonna be hungry.
I am.
Man,
with a tea though. Do they even have food in the tea?
Sure.
Okay.
But you know how that you know well you seem to be happy with that hotel food. I have done one of their teas before and I don't remember. I don't remember. It was a couple of years ago, and they had it at the Awanya and them. They had it last year at Forest Park Golf Course.
Okay.
And then 1 year before that, they had it over there at Woodlawn. What's the golf course off of like Dogwood? You know what I'm talking about? Going back that way. Diamond Ridge.
Diamond Ridge.
Yeah. So, what are you guys doing Sunday? Texas Roadhouse. We can't. We're working Sunday, Bob. We need to get this Roadhouse. I need to get my championship belt.
We can go after the tea because the tea is only 2 hours.
I got to take the Queen somewhere.
Okay.
Sunday.
Okay.
You want to guess? You want to take a guess?
Where?
You don't want to guess?
No.
Are you? All right, wait a minute.
New York?
No. We staying local. I think we got to go to Maryland Live.
Oh.
There's somebody performing.
I need to be calling Phil.
You know who's performing?
No, who?
It's a short dude.
Kevin Hart? Because I thought that was the 17th.
Nah, it's Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, me and Phil gotta have a conversation.
Yeah, we busy Sunday. However, look, I need to get my collecting in. I just need to know now. And with this weight battle with Johnny Lang, I got to make sure I don't eat nothing else that day. So it's definitely got to be planned so I can start before I get to that. I've lost no weight.
I know.
But that's what I'm gonna keep saying. Until we jump on the scale, every month we got to do a weigh-in. So I'm gonna say nothing. I'm gonna be like the Ravens coach. I'm just not gonna say what's going on, and then you find out game day. Don't be saying you know. Nah, man, it's Tuesday. Remember, it's Tuesday.
Yes.
We're on the same team.
Yes.
All right, don't forget, bro. You cheated.
Okay.
Y'all, we're about to roll out of here. We definitely appreciate y'all keeping up and following. And I'll tell you, it was such a pleasure over the weekend finding out that there are people who actually watch the show, listen to the show, and they don't tell me. So it's kind of nice because they were saying things that actually happened. They mentioned Wink. They mentioned a lot of y'all. And they also see the comments. They just don't comment themselves. So it's kind of nice just knowing different people watch. And I get shout out to Mike Andrews for I played softball with him, and he said he wasn't going to even listen anymore. And I know he keeps hardcore hours. And shout out to Mike for having his 30th anniversary yesterday. So I should have said that when he was on there. So and he was on the softball field. I don't know how that worked out when you got home, but 30 years y'all must have some kind of understanding about each other. Maybe for an anniversary, it's like, look, we get away from each other. That'll be a gift for both of them. I don't know. But anyway, homework for us. We're going to find out about the judge and Tank, find out what's going on with that. And if something else I'm supposed to check, I know I'm going to check out the video.
The NFL player trial.
Yes, we're gonna find that out, and then I need to find out the championships for these other teams, man. Because Steelers only got 6.
Yes.
And I say only because football started before 1970. Mean Joe Green was not the first draft of the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know what I mean?
Right.
So think about it. The Ravens came in, Baltimore Ravens, 1996. 5 years later, we got a Super Bowl. Most of the players that were picked on that team, or a lot of them, got to experience that, got to see it. The Pittsburgh Steelers came in, I believe it was 1933. When they got their first championship, it was in the 70s. So most of those guys were dead. That's all I'm saying. All right, y'all, we're going to roll out on that one. Y'all have a good night. Is that a little harsh?
No, it's not hard.
It's accurate, though, right?
Yeah.
They weren't allowed to even see it.
Right.
I hate the Steelers that way. This will be the Yankees. I'll be talking about y'all soon. All right, y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all next week.
My next guest is a man that's going to put together some grooves that'll make you want to move. Put your hands together for Mr. King.